Welcome. We're doing Genshin. There's an event going on, and all the things are finally unlocked. The Hues of the Violet Garden. I don't have to wait for anything to unlock, I could just sort of do this. Wanted to check something. Yeah, he's still got 5 days. But Ayaka is coming out in 5 days, and I've seen people talk about her already. But we're just going to do this event. We're going to get right into it. Let me check frame rate. We're good. Okay. Let's just jump into it. We got a lot to cover.
Hi, Catherine. We heard that you have a new commission for us.
That's correct. There's a requester who has submitted a designated commission for the two of you.
A designated commission? Sounds like it must be pretty important. What kind of task is it exactly?
There's no need to worry. This commission is not dangerous by any means. Perhaps you have heard that Inazuma will soon be holding a major festival, the magnificent Irodori Festival.
Don't mind me, I'm just replacing handles in my dresser. Oh yeah, I need to fix a dresser, or a drawer later on, that reminds me. But hey, Leaps. Thanks for coming. We're just doing event stuff. There's gonna be a bunch of stuff today.
Yay! A festival! Oh, come to think of it, we haven't attended a festival in Inazuma for a while.
The Yashiro Commission and Lady Yae are responsible for all the festival preparations. The one who has requested your help is none other than Lady Yae herself.
Oh, Yae Miko wants our help with this. So it's Miko's commission.
You know Miko. She always has some unusual ideas in her head. You can bet a festival planned by her is gonna be one to remember. We'd better go to Grand Narukami Shrine and see what she needs us to do.
Lady Yae is currently at Yae Publishing House in Hanamizaka, so there is no need to go all the way to the shrine. In fact, she has instructed me to have you directly meet with her there.
Huh. Did someone say Miko needs my help?
Oh, well that's convenient enough. Let's go then.
Strange tale of Sweet Ko's tipsy tincture. So yeah, I waited to start this event until everything was unlocked, because they like to go like, hey, come back tomorrow and see what the next part is. I like to do the quests in binge form if I can.
Tanya and Kuroda, how are things coming along?
All the books and commission prints for Yae Publishing House were bound and sent out yesterday afternoon, Lady Yae.
Very good. And Murata?
We have already received word from Apekusu and Sailing Breeze that the materials are all in place for Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power and Pretty Please Kitsune Guji.
Pretty please, Kitsune Guji. And Shogun Almighty, reborn as Raiden with unlimited power.
Well done. And what about you, Onodera? Ahem. Onodera?
Oh, yes, Lady Ai. Everything is ready for the new issue release party.
You are the one who organized the plans for this release party. In other words, you are the team's fearless leader now. So please, show some confidence. Besides, there's no need to be nervous. This project is destined for success. I feel quite optimistic about it. I shall specially grant you leave for the next couple of days, Onodera. Please take the opportunity to have a good rest. After all, you will be very busy on the day of the release party.
Yes, Lady Ai. Thank you very much.
All right then. Is everyone clear about their assignments? Good. We are running out of time, so let's get moving. Chop chop! Hello, little ones. I take it you have received my commission,
Some organizer you are! It's nearly time for the festival and you're still over here ramping things up for your light novel business! Shouldn't you be getting back to the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Take it easy, Paimon.
You weren't thinking of dumping all the festival preparations on us, were you? If so, then you can forget it! Paimon won't accept such a
Yeah, forget it.
My, such harsh words. It hurts to hear that kind of talk from you two. But as you can clearly see, I'm here working like a dog for the festival. Yet you say I'm not doing my job.
I still can't believe that Insta recommended me the Yae channel. I think Etsy sold my info to them.
Let me ask you, little ones. Whoever said that the festival must involve the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Huh? But isn't that a given? This is Inazuma after all.
Yes, that is true. But now that the Sokoku decree has been lifted, Inazuma is no longer the same nation that once resisted change tooth and nail. Therefore, rather than sticking to the same old traditional festival, the Yashiro Commission and I have decided to shake things up a little. This time, we'll be holding an international cultural festival, distinctly Inazuman, but with a unique twist.
Frames hits like 3 times in a row during that. It wasn't the stream, it was just the game. Sometimes it just fucking does it. International Cultural Festival?
I suppose I should start by telling you the origins of the Iridori Festival. Legend has it that there were 5 poets in ancient Inazuma who were supremely gifted in singing and writing poetry. They are known as the 5 Kasen.
Just goes to show, be prepared if you get recommended an Ito art channel stuff. Or am I gonna get recommended a Mona one?
Every year, one of the 5 would present a collection of the group's poems to the Shogun for review, which would then spark culture discussions regarding those works. Thanks to them, Inazuma's culture blossomed and gained great influence at that time. As time passed, people began creating various tales based on the 5 Kasen. The Iridori Festival was also developed as a result to show appreciation for their works, which so greatly enriched our lives.
Sounds like a festival that's really rooted in culture.
Indeed. To describe it in the words of the ancients, it'd be refined elegance. Unfortunately, with the flow of time, people have gradually forgotten about the 5 Kasen and the festival. Which is precisely why I've decided to revive the Iridori Festival by holding a cultural convention featuring light novels.
Mm-hmm. You want to sell novels.
But wait a minute, light novels?
What about all that refined elegance stuff you just said?
Please stop looking at me with those baffled expressions. In ancient times, poetry was all the rage, but nowadays, the entertainment format of choice is light novels. The important thing is not the format, but the creative work itself. It is impossible to come up with anything fresh if you're stuck using some rigid format of the past. Speaking of which, don't you think that the concept of focusing on the now perfectly suits the current Inazuma?
I bet they're graphic novels. Yeah, with gender-bent Goro.
And besides, it's a great opportunity to reintroduce Inazuma to all Teyvat through light novels. As they say, it's 2 birds with 1 stone.
Sounds like a whole lot of thinly veiled self-justifications.
Whoa, that was close. Paimon was nearly carried away by Miko's persuasive tongue. Come on, Miko! You can't fool us. We know you by now. This is all definitely stemming from your own personal interest.
I can't deny that my hobbies had no part to play in this. However, regardless of whether it's light novels or a festival, catching people's attention with a fresh concept is the essence here. Well, what do you say? Aren't you two even a little curious about what interesting things you might see at the festival?
Maybe a little. Oh, all right. Paimon's super curious now.
Come, let's pay a visit to the venue in Rito together. I promise that it will give you a whole new perspective on the festival. There we'll meet a special someone who will tell you more about your tasks.
You actually spotted a gender-bent Goro cosplay? Wow. Wait a minute. Why was there like a loading thing and it didn't take me anywhere? Yeah, it did like this like teleportation loading screen, but it didn't actually take me anywhere. Hello, Yegor.
During the Iridori Festival, the area around the Outlander Affairs Agency will become the main exhibition space for light novels. Once things are in full swing, not only will there be lots of official and fan-created work on display, there will also be exclusive giveaways, prizes, and new release parties. This small plaza in front of the International Trade Association will be called the Five Kasen Plaza during the festival, and nearby shops will be selling special light novel merchandise. You certainly won't want to miss out.
It's a convention. It's a Yae convention. Look, she's got a little banner up. Little Yae Miko banner.
Wow. How should Paimon put this? It's definitely not your typical festival, but it sure looks like it'll be quite the party.
Yeah, it's like a light novel paradise.
Huh. Miko, what are these blank boards in the center of the plaza?
Yes, those are...
Ah, Lady I did mention that there would be some reliable helpers coming to assist with the festivities. It appears she meant you two. At last we meet again, Traveler and Paimon. Tell me, how are you faring recently?
Oh, it's Ayato! Wow, so even a busy guy like yourself is here to attend the Iridori Festival.
Preparing festivals falls under the Yashiro Commission's scope of responsibilities. Seeing as Lady Yae has poured her heart and soul into the preparations, I'm obliged to be equally dedicated.
Yes, the fancy man is here.
Come now, Ayato. We're not strangers here. There's no need to sound so formal. We were just about to discuss the boards over here. They're related to our little helper's tasks, so I'll let you give them a detailed rundown.
Certainly. I assume you two already know that the Iridori Festival originated from the Five Kasen. These 5 boards are here for painting their portraits.
Oh wait, that banner has Raiden Shogun on it. I wonder if they're based off the novels that Yae is putting out. The reborn Raiden Shogun.
This Iridori Festival is not only the first major festival to be held in Inazuma since the lifting of the Sakoku Decree, it is also an event deeply rooted in culture and the arts. Therefore, the Yashiro Commission has personally invited several cultural celebrities from other nations. For example, the artist we have invited to paint these portraits hails from the distant land of Mondstadt. The Yashiro Commission will arrange accommodations and food in Inazuma for each of the distinguished guests. However, we fear that staying in a foreign land may feel a little uncomfortable.
An artist from Mondstadt, you say? Could it be Albedo?
Which is precisely why it would be ideal to have someone familiar with both Inazuma and other nations of Teyvat to serve as a guide for our guests.
I get it now. So this is our commission.
I knew you would catch on. It is our hope that you would be able to guide the guests from the harbor to their residence at the International Trade Association, while providing any necessary assistance along the way. This arrival schedule includes the details of the ships on which the guests will be arriving. All you simply have to do is go to the docks at the indicated times.
Okay. 2 days before arrival, ship and guests, large passenger ship bards from Mondstadt, a guest painter, Calx, and his dependent, Calx. Second day of the festival, ship and guests, large passenger ship, calligraphers, painters from Liyue, theater mechanicus players, and a guest writer, Zinyu. Estimated arrival time 10 a.m. Third day, ship and guest, large cargo ship, stopover, 1 person. The day following the release event, ship and guest, small passenger ships, 2 persons, 10 a.m. Okay.
It's settled then. My, look at the time. I have to meet with my editors, so I must be going now. During the festival, most of the Yae Publishing House's editors will be staying near the Outlander Affairs Agency. If you run into any problems, you may find them there.
This festival requires the full cooperation of the Tri-Commission, and there are still many minor details which require my attention, so I must excuse myself for now. I'll leave the guests in your hands.
Okay.
All the details we need about the ships are on the timetable that Ayato gave us. Let's take a closer look and be sure to...
I interrupted. Actually, you wait till 6 a.m.
According to the arrival schedule, there will be a ship arriving from Mondstadt today. The artist for the 5 Kasim portraits should be on board. The boat should be arriving soon, so let's head down to the docks.
You got a Kitsune statue over there with the Raiden Shogun
No escape.
ring behind it.
Hello! You must be here to take part in the Iridori Festival. We're the festival guides, and we'll show you around.
Yes, that's right. We are bards from Mondstadt.
Cool.
Word has it that Inazuma has undergone many changes of late. We hope to find fresh inspiration here.
Paimon, what are you doing?
These guests are all bards, aren't they? Well, where's Tondef Bard then? Huh. Strange. He's pretty famous in Mondstadt. Do you think he didn't receive an invitation?
Even if he was invited, there's a chance he still wouldn't show up.
Huh? Why's that?
Well, you know, Venti's and...
Oh, Paimon sees what you're getting at. Even though Venti no longer rules over Mondstadt, he's still an Archon. If he came rushing to Inazuma at the first mention of a festival, not only would it seem a little childish, it would also sort of be shameless of him too.
This honorary knight, Paimon!
It's Clay.
It's Klee! Were you also invited to the Iridori Festival?
No, Albedo's the one who received the invitation. But because everyone in the Knights of Favonius has been really busy these days, Albedo arranged for someone here to issue me a dependent pass.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. After hearing that Inazuma was making preparations for the Irodori Festival, I predicted that I might run into you here.
Quick, take her bombs.
Ha! Paimon knew it! Albedo's the one they've invited to paint the 5 Kassen!
It seems that you already know why I'm here. Just so you're aware, I'll be using my pen name in Inazuma, Calx.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, do you know where the International Trade Association is? I'll be meeting with the editorial director of the Yai Publishing House there.
Yeah, the International Trade Association is where you'll be staying in Inazuma. We'll be heading there too.
Great. Let's get going then.
We got 2 alchemists. We got one who might be a homunculus, and another one who makes bombs.
Wow, it's so beautiful here! So many things I've never seen before.
Get back here.
Slow down, Klee. Please be careful not to bump into others. Telling Klee so many stories about Inazuma during the trip was probably not the best idea. As a result, she could hardly sleep all the way here. It appears she's even more excited now that we've arrived.
Nothing wrong with a little excitement.
Strange. It seems that the editorial director, Mr. Hiroyama, isn't here yet. I'm certain he said that he'd be sure to arrive before me. This might be a problem.
What's wrong?
Well, Mr. Hiroyama was supposed to meet with me and give me some reference materials about the 5 Kasen today. That way, I could better visualize the content for my paintings.
I'm seeing Raiden Shogun dolls in the background.
You mean you had no idea what you'd be painting before you arrived in Inazuma?
I only know of the 5 Kasen by name. Because of the sheer age of the tale, very little has been passed down to this day. So Mr. Hiroyama decided to help me collect some more information. I'm the type of painter who can complete a painting quickly as long as I'm inspired. So I agreed on only receiving the details today.
So when do the paintings have to be done by?
You get one for the teapot eventually. That's nice. Let me check the frames. It's okay.
According to the festival plans, the portraits will be revealed one at a time throughout the various stages of the Irodori Festival. The first one, depicting Suiko, will need to be done before the festival's official opening ceremony, which is the day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow? Then you're already running out of time!
There's no need to panic. When I was working on light novel illustrations, because the manuscripts are shipped by boat, things were always tight and finished at the last minute. Just last month, to ensure the latest book of A Legend of Sword would be finished for the Irodori Festival, I had to complete the final chapter's illustrations the same day I received the manuscript. I heard that my illustrations were sent to print as soon as they arrived in Inazuma. I still don't know how well they turned out.
Paimon isn't sure if she should feel sympathetic for your working conditions or compliment you on your artistic genius.
Of course, I would still prefer to receive any possible reference materials in advance, so that I can be better prepared.
Speaking of which, Miko did mention...
Oh, right! The editors of the Yai Publishing House will all be around the Outlander Affairs Agency these next few days. Who knows? Maybe Mr. Hirayama's over there too. We'll take you over there to see if we can find him, Albedo.
Clee's just bouncing around.
Alright, it's worth a try. Clee, you haven't slept for a while now. Please stay at our residence in the International Trade Association and get some rest. We will be back soon.
Okie dokie. Don't worry, Albedo. I'll be on my best behavior.
Won't blow anything up. Wink.
This can't be happening. The moment we need to contact Onodera is when he's on special leave. Kuroda and I will go back to Inazuma City for an emergency printing run. The demand for this book is so high, though. Even with the emergency prints, it still might not be enough.
Despite everything, we're still lucky that we found out today. If this had happened a few days later, then we'd really be in boiling water. Hey, do you think that suspicious guy they found in the warehouse has anything to do with this?
Well, the editorial director is on his way over there to investigate the situation as we speak.
Sorry to interrupt, but what's going on here?
Oh, hey, Traveler. Don't worry. It's nothing, just an internal issue. That's all. How can I help you?
I'm looking for the editorial director, Mr. Hiroyama. Does anyone know where he is now?
Mr. Hirayama is currently at the warehouse down by the harbor.
Oh, hold on a second, Murata. Excuse me, but you must be Calx, the one who was invited to paint the 5 Kasen for the festival?
Yes, that's me.
My name is Kuroda. You must be inquiring about information regarding the 5 Kasen. I do apologize, but please make yourself comfortable at the International Trade Association, and I will let Mr. Hirayama know to send you the materials right away.
Oh, no need. You guys look super busy, so we can go find him ourselves.
About that.
Excuse me, but is there something wrong with the latest volume of A Legend of Sword?
Huh? How did you know?
Since you were all aware that Mr. Hiroyama needed to send me some supporting materials, that means the editorial director didn't forget about it. Instead, something urgent must have cropped up. To add to that, despite being aware that I am Calx, you were still unwilling to let me go to Mr. Hirayama directly. After considering these factors, the only reason you would try to stall me is if something happened to a Legend of Sword, which I did the illustrations for.
Well, I'm very sorry. The situation is just as you said, Calx. I suppose it doesn't hurt to tell you now.
Albedo going full Ace Attorney. Yeah. I didn't say anything to you, phone. Go to sleep. Albedo going full Ace Attorney. Did it sound like OK Google? There it is. That it must have picked. It must have.
Earlier today, someone spotted a suspicious outlander sneaking around inside the Iridori Festival warehouse down by the docks. So they promptly alerted the Tenryou Commission. The Tenryou Commission was concerned about potential cargo theft, so they contacted everyone who was renting space in the warehouse. It was then that we realized that the latest copies of A Legend of Sword had suddenly gone missing.
What? The books are missing?
Shh, not so loud. Not only is this book an eagerly anticipated release in the last phase of the Iridori Festival, but the author, Chin-Yu, will be personally attending the release party as well.
Because of the dire situation, Mr. Hirayama immediately hurried to the warehouse to determine whether the theft was related to that suspicious outlander.
I see. It would be a great misfortune if A Legend of Sword would not be released on schedule. And quite a disappointment for Chin-Yu as well. If Mr. Hirayama has gone to the warehouse at the docks, then I'll go down to see if I can be of any help.
So the author of A Legend of Sword is Jay.
Jay!
Hey, isn't that Shincho's pen name?
Oh, do you know him?
We met on a couple of occasions.
Shincho would definitely be upset if he discovers his books are missing. Let's accompany Albedo to the warehouse too.
What mysterious outlander are they talking about? Also, I wanted to... This must be related to his book. Because that looks like Singcho. But who is that?
To request a fanfiction booth, please apply here.
Fan fiction booth? Is that what she said? You can set up here to work a fan work booth at the Iridori Festival, and guests may also certify their family members to arrange the food and board. Of course, the usual store and residue permits. Don't forget about the handling fee. Entry permit? Handling fee. Of course, if you need to get something done, a handling fee is necessary. It'll be 500 more per visitor. Is that very little? Oh, this is the first time I've seen anyone complaining about the low prices, despite the large number of people arriving to set up shop here. This is indeed the official fee. If you don't believe me, please check the latest regulations. Yeah, that's not very much money at all. Also, can I get one of these books? The I Miko on them?
Please be mindful of your personal safety at all times.
Wow, the Iridori Festival hasn't started yet, and there's already so many people in Rito. Well, dear customer, you'll have to wait till the festival starts to get one of our statues of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Yogosho, God of Thunder. You're not here about the Shogun statues? Sorry, we've just got so many queries concerning those recently. What do you sell here? We mainly sell souvenirs like Inazuma novels, Tanuki dolls, stuff like that. During special periods like holidays or festivals, we also sell statues of the Almighty Shogun and other related goods. Statues of the Shogun? Yeah, our Almighty Shogun is a merciful and forgiving person who doesn't really mind people buying the statues for any reason whatsoever. Before the Sakoku decree was instated, it was our best-selling product, but the old edition has long ceased production, and we've switched to a new one since.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Sorry, I'm going to be taking pictures every now and again. Uh-oh, it's Kujo-Sara. Venti? When did you get here?
Huh? It's you! Why are you here?
It's you!
I'm here on behalf of the Tenryo Commission, of course. Is that surprising?
No, Sara, Paimon wasn't talking about you! So, Tone-Deaf Bard. The suspicious outlander in the warehouse wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Considering the evidence, it appears that the suspicious outlander is indeed me.
Don't me.
As I have told you, you are a suspect. Before your allegations of theft and illegal entry as a stowaway are cleared, you are to remain silent. Don't make me say it again. Traveler, Paimon, do you know this self-proclaimed bard from Mondstadt?
You could say we're quite familiar.
Listen, Sara. Knowing him, it's safe to say that he wasn't behind the theft. But what's this about being a stowaway?
Although he claims to be a special guest for the Iridori Festival, he's failed to present his invitation letter. Therefore, we can only suspect that he might have entered the country illegally. And just a moment ago, we caught him in a dandelion wine crate near the Sailing Breeze.
Can we ask him a few questions?
If it would help shed any light on the situation, then please, be my guest.
Paimon is so angry at this festival.
Oh, Venti! You didn't really come here illegally, did you?
Ouch, your words wound me. We've been apart for so long, and the moment we meet again, all I'm greeted with is grilling questions and suspicious glares. You arrived in Inazuma via similar means, or so I heard. You of all people should be more understanding, don't you think?
Similar means?
We had no choice.
I merely jest. Fear not, for the person who sent me the invitation is none other than Kamisato Ayato of Yashiro Commission. It's unlikely that someone acquainted with the likes of him would ever be here illegally, right?
But why weren't you on the same ship as the other bards?
Well, once I received the invitation letter, I couldn't help but want to come to Inazuma a little early. It was then that I happened upon a cargo ship bound for Inazuma transporting dandelion wine. So, naturally, I decided to set sail with them.
He's a drunk. If I ever get the chance to meet Yai's voice actor, I hope I'll get a copy of the character's book to have signed.
Once aboard, I found the captain to be a kindred spirit, and I was treated to an abundance of fine liquor along the way. I must have fallen asleep in the cargo crate while carefully comparing the tastes of dandelion wine and Inazuman sake. And when I woke up, I found myself in this warehouse with a Tenryo Commission general glaring at me from atop the grate.
Coming from Venti, this story is quite believable. But it still feels a bit...
shameless.
Excuse me, I'm the owner of the stolen goods from the IA publishing house, and there are some questions I would like to ask you. Based on what you just said, it seems you've been in the warehouse for some time now. If that's the case, did you happen to hear anything unusual?
Actually, I did hear some faint footsteps around me a couple of times, but I didn't consider the sound anything out of the ordinary.
Hmm? But if you clearly heard something, why didn't you feel it was unusual?
Oh, I seem to understand now.
Huh? What did you notice, Albedo?
When it comes to burglars, they are generally associated with prying or rummaging through things. What Venti means is that he did not hear anything unusual like that. As for the sound of footsteps, because this is a warehouse where many goods are coming in and out each day, it is quite normal for people to be walking around.
I see. But if that's the case, then we're back to square one regarding the stolen books.
No, not quite. From the facts that have been presented to us, we can draw at least 3 conclusions now.
Now, here we go.
First, whoever took the novels is not a spur-of-the-moment burglar. They had their sights in the books from the very beginning. Second, the culprit was very familiar with the warehouse, and might even have a key. And third...
There must be more than one criminal involved.
I knew you'd catch on, Traveler. One person couldn't possibly transport so many heavy books in such a short window of time. It must have been a team effort. It goes without saying that Venti clearly does not match up with our culprits.
Yes, I agree with your reasoning. Mr. Hirayama, the Tenryo Commission will continue by investigating the warehouse staff. If you come across any further clues, please notify us immediately.
Yes, understood. I'll leave it to you then.
I suppose I'm free as a bird then.
Not so fast. Even though we've cleared the theft allegations, we still haven't ascertained whether your arrival in Inazuma was legal or not.
Aw, 'tis a shame. I thought surely after my honest account you might let me off the hook.
Sarah's quite the meticulous one. So, where's your invitation letter, Venti?
Yes, the invitation letter. I'm truly sorry. I can't seem to remember where I may have put it.
How? Did you lose something so important?
Don't be mistaken. I was well aware of how important it was. But I didn't bring any luggage with me, and the letter was too big to fit in my pocket. So I kept it in my hand the whole trip. Strange. Though I had a little too much to drink, I know that I kept it in a secure place. I even recall being most pleased at coming up with a good idea at the time.
If you were holding the invitation in your hand the whole time, then why did you put it down?
Well, to properly compare the taste of Mondstadt wine and Inazuman sake, I had to hold a glass in each hand. I couldn't both hold the invitation and a glass at the same time. But surely I wouldn't put it in just any random place. It could easily be misplaced.
In which case, I believe there's only one place it could be. Have you figured it out, Traveler?
Warehouse?
Huh? You're way ahead of Paimon. Do you two already know where the invitation letter is?
In his shoe, in his cape, in his hat?
Ah, yes! I remember now. I knew you'd help me find it.
This is indeed an invitation letter issued by the Yashiro Commission. Now that we've confirmed this guest's identity, I have no further questions.
Now I wonder if this is an illusion like he did with the harp.
However, starting tonight, I would advise you to stay at the International Trade Association. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be leaving now.
There goes Sarah. All right, let's go talk to Mr. Hirayama about Albedo's reference materials.
Mr. Hirayama, I'm Calx. We had originally arranged to meet today.
Ah, yes, so you are, Calx. I'm very sorry that you've arrived in Inazuma only to find such a mess. These are the materials regarding the 5 Kassen. All the information that we could find is compiled here.
Jesus Christ. Okay, about the 5 Kassen. Long ago, there were 5 legendary poets in Inazuma. Supremely gifted in music and writing, they were honored as the 5 Kassen, meaning 5 fairies of singing and poetry. Said that the Shogun loved their works profoundly, and that every year one of them would go to the Tenshukaku and present their new poetry collection to the Shogun's perusal. 5 Kassen are known as Suiko, Aoi no Okina, Akahito, Sumizone, and Kuranushi, respectively, but their real names were lost in history. According to a widely accepted theory, tales of the 5 Kassen had once been repeatedly adapted and performed on stage, with the 5 characters each dressed in a distinct color: green, blue, red, white, and black. The Power Rangers. Yeah, I mean, that is the Power Rangers. Over time, theatergoers started referring to them by these colors, hence the names we see today. Still, there exist other theories. For instance, some believe Suiko was named after his dwelling, a thatched cottage called Suiko Hut. Suiko the Hut? Some also say that the Aka and Akahito was derived from the poet's habit of marking his words with the scarlet red seal. About the tales of the five Kasen, everyone in Inazuma knows the tale of the five Kasen, and stories featuring them were once all the rage in Inazuma. What is unfortunate, however, is that despite their popularity and abundance at the time, not much detail survived till today. Most were probably lost during the Great Calamity 500 years ago, according to the existing literature. During the Golden Age, when many such stories were being created, they usually followed the same set of rules. 4 poems in succession, each telling a fragment of the story from a Kasen's point of view, with the 4 together completing the whole tale. What was curious was that no single chapter seemed to be narrated from Kuronushi's perspective. So this is like, you say one word and send it to the next one, except as a paragraph. 5 Kasen summaries. Suiko, a free sake-loving soul born into ordinary family. Some say he got the name Suiko from Suiko Hut, the thatched cottage he lived in. Okay. Aoino Okina, an old man accomplishing chess. In addition to poems, he also left behind a few novels. Some say he was actually a shogunate official who had not made a name until his senior years. Others say he was not a human, but a very old kitsune in human form. Akahito, a talented swordsman who most likely came from a martial family. Some say his name was derived from the habit of marking his works with a scarlet red seal. Suizome. She was once a shrine maiden, skilled in floral arts and dancing. Later she became the shogun's personal attendant. Some say she resigned from her position after she became famous and devoted herself to artistic creation. Others say she kept serving the shogun into her old age. Kuronushi, little is known about him, nor does anyone know who he really is. Maybe this explains the more varied versions of his identity and personality from story to story as compared to the other 4 Kasen. So, no looks are detailed here. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, I had to get a drink of water. They gave me a Skyrim book, yeah.
Let's see here.
Yes.
Yes, it's just as I had suspected. Monikers such as Suiko and Aoi no Okina aren't the real names of the 5 Kasen. Though there were once many stories regarding each of the 5 Kasen, the validity of their contents can no longer be verified in present times. Alas, what a shame. But, at the very least, we know that most of the stories were written according to a similar style, so there is still something we may glean from this.
So, is the info useful for your paintings, Albedo?
To some extent,
I want festival food. Yeah.
However, I must admit that it is still lacking and fails to fulfill the most crucial element. Inspiration.
I am sorry that this information is not as exhaustive as you had hoped. However, it is not possible to gather anything more at the moment.
And yet you want him to paint pictures of these people you have no descriptions of. Do you not see the problem here?
Though Lady Yae did say that there are many variations of the story about the 5 Kasen, and everyone has a different story in their heart. So all you need to do is follow through with what's in your own heart, and create something that you yourself find interesting.
So just make it up.
That does sound like something Miko would say.
Thank you, Mr. Hirayama. No need to worry. I'll find inspiration for the portraits.
Great. I'll leave it to you then, Calx. Oh, and there's one more thing I need to ask of everyone. Tomorrow morning, Mr. Genyu, the author of A Legend of Sword, will be arriving in Inazuma by boat. If you see him, please do not mention the stolen novels for the time being. Whether the stolen books are eventually recovered or not, the Yae Publishing House will do its best to ensure that the novel's release is a success.
I get it now.
You have my gratitude. I'll be going then.
Well, seems there's nothing more we can do here. Let's go. Huh? Betty? What are you doing over there? You don't want us to leave you behind, do you?
Traveler, Albedo, would you mind coming over here for a moment? There's something peculiar that I think you should see.
What is this twink one?
What is it, Venti? A piece of paper?
Indeed. When I awakened to find myself in the warehouse this morning, I discovered this paper in the cargo crate where I was sleeping. I didn't think much of it then. I thought it was merely a scrap piece of paper that had fallen into the cargo. After a quick glance, I stuffed it into a place nearby. But on second thought, I think it's worth having you take a look at what's written on it.
Alright, the 5 Kasen's splendor, Suiko. Mine dwelling was far from the wider world, but for my fame my peace was disturbed. In blue clad I went before Tenchukaku to present our work, but Aoi's work was missing a page. I knelt and begged for divine wrath to be stilled, and I told what I knew of how it was lost. Previous night I'd been drunk, and the person's shadow had been passed over me. Some treacherous scoundrel must have stolen the poem, leading to my great loss of face.
Let me see. Suiko chapter. Wait a minute. Isn't Suiko the name of one of the 5 Kasen?
The story told in this poem roughly boils down to Suiko getting tipsy and letting some poems that were meant for the Shogun get stolen. Ah, this story sounds familiar to my ear. Where have I heard it?
You're a bard, right? Don't you know these kinds of things?
Seriously? It's literally the same story you just experienced yesterday!
Oh, indeed it is. Interesting, isn't it?
It almost seems related to the stolen novels.
Yes, I concur. The person who left this paper could quite possibly be the criminal, or even a witness to the theft. But why leave the paper here in such a fashion? And if the one who left it here was a witness, why didn't they attempt to stop the burglary?
Alright, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Meeting together in Inazuma like this is a most rare occasion. Since we've been busy from the start of the day, let us find an inn with good drink to keep our thirst at bay.
Hey! You just sobered up and you're already thinking about more drinks? And let's not forget that Albedo still has a portrait to complete. We don't have time to be slacking off.
No, it's fine. Let's all go for a drink together. It'll be my treat.
Wait a minute. What about your portrait?
As I mentioned before, I'm the kind of artist who can work quickly once I'm inspired. And now, it seems I've found my source of inspiration. If I use a model as reference for the piece, we must pay him back with the appropriate recompense.
In that case, we'll need to order more dishes. One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenchukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the Shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
Wow, you really came through, Albedo. You were able to complete the first portrait before the opening ceremony.
Yeah, you just needed a femboy as reference.
Yes, it really is a sight to behold. Not only does it harken to the traditional style of Inazuma, but it also makes use of modern aesthetics. My figure is particularly striking. Even though I'm sound asleep in the portrait, I still appear as glorious as always.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't get too full of yourself, Tone Deaf Bard. You were just a model. The person in the artwork isn't actually you. Well, Albedo, who will be your next portrait?
The next one will be Aoi no Okina of the 5 Kasen.
Albedo, might I suggest waiting a little before starting on the next one? Who knows? You might soon discover another story.
Another story?
I believe he's referring to the possibility of finding another paper with tales of the 5 Kasen. According to the reference materials I was given, we've only found the first of a total of 4 chapters.
Do you think the mysterious person who left the first paper will strike again?
It certainly is a possibility. Also, there are some points regarding the stories of the 5 Kasen that have left me rather curious. For example, the reference materials make mention of 5 legendary figures, yet all the popular stories only consist of 4 parts. It appears that throughout all the stories, there is never a chapter dedicated to Kuronushi.
Yes, I'm also curious about these stories myself. But who knows? They may merely be akin to the old saying in Mondstadt. Seeds of stories brought by the wind and cultivated by time. So for now, we need but just wait patiently.
Mm-hmm. The magnificent Iridori Festival has started. Moons and stars inscribe. Mondstadt Bard Lin is discussing poetry quite passionately with the Inazuman poet Otomo. Oh, we're getting primos for this. Yes, I see that you've been walking back and forth in this area for some time now. I believe you must be someone who appreciates the elegance of the arts. There is a question of elegance that I might need your help with. Would you mind lending me your aid? Yes, what is it? No, I have just met this... Oh, you're talking. Whoops. Though I have only just met this man, Lin, a bard from Mondstadt, over here, we have already become fast friends. Wait a minute. Yeah. Wait, no, god damn it, who's talking? Tomo speaks the truth. Okay, you're Otomo. Hey, you're too kind, Lin. In any case, we have made friends through poetry, and we're taking this opportunity to write a few collaborative works. And since Lin has gone through all the effort to come to Inazuma, he really wants to add a bit of that Inazuman flavor to his work. Indeed. Unfortunately, my itinerary has been far too tight. I haven't had time to really go around and see the sights. So what can I do for you? Friend, the theme of the poem I wish to write is nostalgia. Upon seeing the sights in a distant land, a vagabond cannot help but remember their home. That is why I need to add some things into my poem that symbolize this distant place. Could you help me take a few pictures from which I can draw some inspiration? Inazuma should have a great number of unique sights to see, yes? For example, when you speak of Mondstadt, everyone's minds will turn to dandelions or windwheel asters. Paimon gets it now? Well, in that case... Yeah, meow! I don't know what I'm doing with Paimon's voice. I can't do squeak. That should do it. Indeed, I would be in your debt if you would. Allow me to also write a copy of my half-done poem manuscript, just for you to use as reference material. As for the number of pictures that I will need, I think 4, each showcasing different contents will do. I will also pay any travel fees you may incur in the process. Nostalgia. Upon seeing the sights in a distant land, a vagabond cannot help but remember their home. It would be nice to depict some things that symbolize this distant place. Take pictures of Inazuman regional specialties to get key inspiration material. So yeah, take pictures of things. Gotcha. Let me go. Alright, well, I know I can get a couple pictures. Woo! Woo! Okay. So here's some fruit. Only grows here. Does that count? Okay, that's one thing. Ba, 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 ba. There's some like weeds around here somewhere. Some Naku weeds. No, it's all fruits. Map, please. Okay, here's a weed. You serious?
Solidify.
Let me scry.
Oh, fuck this.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Okay. It's two. So we got a weed, a fruit. Let's see, what else can I think of? In Inazuma specifically. Oh, there we go. Serious?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Order guide you.
Shadows of fate. Fate is upon you. This is Her Majesty's gift.
Speaking of Power Rangers, sound like Burrito Repulsa.
This is Her Majesty's gift.
Winter shall eventually come.
Sure. That's good. Let's see here. What else? What else? Let me look through my items. See what stands out. This doesn't count. Sakura Bloom? Maybe fluorescent fungus? Blooms count. There's dendrobium. Dendrobium? I think I'll go Sakura Bloom.
The world remains constant.
Yeah, Raiden Shogun. We get it. It's fine. Hey!
Shine down.
Alright. Just head on back there. Oh, it's you. Have you finished taking those pictures? I've taken them. Wonderful. You have my thanks. Let me have a look. Oh my, I've never seen any like these. I've never seen any of these. Ah, this picture is wonderful. And also, this one also seems quite noteworthy. Friend, your photos are a true inspiration. Many thanks. Now, I have attempted to write several different stanzas according to the pictures you've provided me. I'm quite torn as which to use. I'm quite curious, actually. If it were you, which one would you choose? Why is there only 3 here? I took pictures of 4 things. Were 2 of them in like in the same category or something like that? Looks like there's only 5 things here. Okay, radiant flowers abroad do bloom their scent a novel lovely strain. Of distant lands joys my heart dissuaded, naught but slim grass's song remained. It really doesn't matter though, trust me. Yeah, okay. Lampgrass under distant skies gleaming, to mine the nights abroad did feign. Took my leave of loving, I found I loved all things again. I'm tired at last of seeking and striving, I heard again freedom's refrain. Blank. Then suddenly I saw 'twas this unseen breeze that helped push me from home shores. This one. 3rd line's a little sad, but then the 4th one is like inspirational. Probably the weed. These 2 match the preceding lines the closest, and they are rhythmically fitting when read. Miss, you truly have a good eye. Otomo, since both you and our friend are both very enamored with these 2 lines, then let us use them. Friend, thank you once again for your aid. Indeed. Well then, friend, might I ask what your name is? I believe neither of us are acquainted with it. Chrono? A most uncommon name, but there is no crime to stand out from the crowd. I shall remember it. Chrono, I'll remember it as well. We shan't speak it out loud, though. Until 8 a.m. That's a picture? That's a picture? Ah, shit. These poems are one of the many event things you can do. There are much more interesting ones. Gotcha. Well, do I have to take more pictures, or is 4 enough? Is he gonna ask me to take 3 more or something?
The passenger ship from Liyue that we're supposed to meet should be arriving soon. Let's go to the docks.
Yeah, one sec. You'll take more pictures. Wonderful timing! Lynn and I were just working on a new poem. Need my help in getting some inspiration again? Ha, that's right. Under Otomo's instruction, I've been composing another poem with an Inazuman style. Although admittedly, I'm still quite the amateur. The theme of this poem is friendship. And indeed, both of us can only lament what we did not meet sooner. That we did not meet sooner. One of the lines I would like to write depicts animals wandering the landscape in companionship with one another. Since this is an Inazuman poem, we must reference creatures unique to these lands. We do see animals unique to Inazuma pretty often, whether it be ones that walk or fly. They just want us to write for them? They just need us to take pictures of things. But since they all appear out in the wild, Let's head out and search for them. I'm in your debt. Please help me take 4 photos of different animals from Inazuma then. Okay, I have an idea of where to find some things. I'm not doing these dailies right now, but I am going to... I know they want pics, but that's what it feels like. Yeah.
You know that Shincho will be on board, right? So we should be careful not to say anything about the stolen novels.
Oh, hey. Sweet. I'm looking for... Does this count? Okay, yeah, we got Electro Crystal Fly. It's number 1. If I can find a crane... here. Like a purple crane. Ah, there we go. I don't care how good the pictures are, because it's just for... There we go. Let's see here. What else can I think of? Maybe a loach? Don't forget about foxes. Yeah, I'll take a picture of a fox. I know where to find those. Easy up. Okay. I need to be careful. I don't want to scare them away. Takes pictures of Yai. Oh, God, you gotta be kidding me! Come over here!
Stabilize! I will have order!
I'm going in! Huh? Illusion shattered!
Okay. There he is. There we go. Now, while we're at it, pew. Wait a minute, did I collect something with this? Like a sheet of paper? What? Yeah, but I've already looked at this. I already looked at this. I already got the achievement for it and everything. Shut up. Okay. All right. So we got that, and yeah, let's take a picture of a fox. I don't know what one of those are. Right. Right. No. Yeah. Okay. Hey there, little thing. Gotcha. Alright. That's done. Yeah, we're getting through these quick. I saw like red above his head. Bless you! Do you have the pictures ready, friend? Here they are. Let me see. Oh, these are great! I don't know what to... here you go, choose for me! I'm so incompetent! Again, I only have 3 of 4. A new friend, yet as if from the old days. How I wish our story could have begun there. Blank. Stars shine upon our meeting, the sky embellished with pearls twinkling. From the joy of union we are awakening, our sleeves inlaid with moonlit dews shimmering. Imagine our childish rambling far and wild, our paths crawling. Imagine all nights of tale-telling, their mystery enchanting. Imagine all our wild dreaming to borrow the wind in sunny days like birds flying. This one I like the best. There we go. I leave the matter of pictures to you. I'm unfortunate indeed to have met people of such a fine artistic taste as you and Lynn. Indeed. Well then, friend, might I ask what your name is? What? What? Oh, I guess what the fuck was that? Inazuman children often gather to tell tales of yokai to test each other's courage. These experiences also become precious memories when they've grown up. I didn't expect that Lynn would be able to connect with that to the pictures of these creatures. The stanza has deep meaning indeed. Friend, since both you and Otomo love the phrase too, then let me use this. Let me use it. This poem and the pictures complement each other a lot. Honestly, the poem just gets more and more moving as you read it and look at the images. To be honest, I've also been writing a poem for which I may need your aid tomorrow. Do you need me to take some pictures too? Heh, let's talk about it in more detail tomorrow. Fuck you. You ate all the cheese snacks. Fuck you. Fuck you. Uh-huh. Ah. Oh, I see. This only has one more day. You know what? Let's do that now. Let's just get it out of the way. Just fuck it. Let's get the pictures out of the way. We're getting primo gems and a lot of money. Actually, get a lot of stuff from this. AM? Tasty primos. If I get any, what you call it? If I get any intertwined fates, I might throw them at Ayaka in a few days. But I'm guaranteed to get Kazooie when he comes to the game. Oh, you're here! You're here! Still salty about my 5-star pull in the standard wish. Oh yeah, you got the weapon in the 5-star in the Wanderlust. Ugh. It was a good weapon though. It's Diluc and Razor's best weapon. It's an honor to accept such a gift. Although I'm an old man now, after meeting friends from Mondstadt in recent days, I've grown quite interested in the place. This poem I wrote an imitation of Mondstadt's bards, and this verse will also mention some of that land's scenery. Unfortunately, I've never been to Mondstadt, but so you can help me take a picture of Mondstadt's region especially? Yeah. In that case, I'll be counting on you, just like in the previous days. 4 pictures will do the trick. So now I gotta go to Mondstadt. Everything's been leeway up until now, but let's go to Mondstadt. Yeah, let's go to Mondstadt. Yeah. Yeah, your first 5-star wish from not the banner. Because Kutching was your first 5-star period. Am I okay? No, it's fine. I thought this was Inazuma related. But now we're going to Mondstadt. There we go. Right, there's that. I think this is near some of those fruits. If I'm not mistaken.
There is no escape.
Now fuck it.
Inazuma shines eternal. Ha! Kill!
I don't have time for this shit. This way, I think.
One need not scry to know today's weather will be good.
Who is that talking? Where am I thinking?
Let's light it up!
Here we go again.
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered.
Everybody stand back!
This is order.
It's gonna be one of those freaking plants around here. Whoa. Weather's trying to decide whether to rain or shine.
Violet grass is a plant that enjoys a moist environment and is best picked after it rains. If you should choose to pick any, be sure to store them appropriately.
Thanks, Charlie. Where the hell? Man, I thought there was some nearby. Am I thinking of a different slope that looks exactly like this? Okay, well, here we go with the... This is something. Dandelions. Whoops. Never been amazed by the voice line until it kept training off and on and he would say it every damn time. I guess he's only got the one line. Pretty sure these mushrooms are, local? Yeah. Now, I'm gonna be difficult about this. I'm gonna try and find specifically that fruit I'm looking for. I'm a little annoyed that I didn't find it. This way, maybe. Could have sworn it was in this area.
Get out of here!
Crumble!
Let me scry.
Nope, not that. Valberries. No, not Sunsetias. I'm looking for Valberries, which I think are around here. I just remember having to pick them for, to level up Lisa way back when, or to ascend her. All around the Valberry bush. Fuck. Goes the weasel. I need to take out some anger, guys.
Shine down, written in the stars.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Now you shall perish.
Looks like I went too far.
Yeah, you really did. Remember getting some North Mondstadt? Why do I feel like there's some in this area and I'm just missing them? I feel like there was some like on a cliff kind of around in this area. Sunsetties. Come on, there's some around here. I know it! I'm about to look up a fucking map because I'm sure that there is some in this area. Alright, fuck it. I wish, I've said this off stream, but I wish that I could search for things Breath of the Wild style that you've taken pictures of, like, I don't know, a fucking a treasure chest, for instance, in Breath of the Wild, and you could set it to your radar and find nearby treasure chests. But if you take pictures of like a carrot or a fucking turnip or whatever the hell, and search for it. Valberry locations. Let me just see the damn map. Those aren't the only ones. Don't fuck with me. Those aren't the only ones. Really? They're only on that top part of the map? Apparently, they're only in this region. So maybe the cliffs I was thinking of were like over here? Amangi.
Scry the sky.
What did I just run past? Why did I see B? G flower, okay. Okay, well, I need to now look at the map specifically because they're not just immediately visible. That's not what I clicked. Game trying to make you accidentally wish. Yeah, thankfully I don't have any accidental tin draws available. I'd have to triple click it in order to do it. That took way longer than I wanted it to. I'm angry. Don't talk me, I'm angry. Me angry. Alright, fuckos! I got your damn pictures of fruits and shit. I got him right here. Ass. I don't give a shit. 'Tis the first stride in the search of the wind of an unknown journey, path of whatever the fuck. So my friend, cast your glance upon the sakura once more. 'Tis the first sip of sweet sake, savor its eternal tenderness that renders you in awe. So my friend, cast your glance upon the sakura once more. 'Tis a newly written ballad on your lips, buried in your heart. This is about Inazuma, so what the fuck? Why does it... You're talking about Sakura and sake. Motherfucker? Why did I have to go to Mondstadt for this? Whatever. Gives Corona Simona. You're angry, man. Don't be angry. Dude, I really don't care. You made me go to Mondstadt for pictures. I really don't care. I'm skipping. You've left me not caring about the fucking quest. Yeah, they made my shit list. Alright, so that's that. What is this? Waste of my motherfucking time! Now I got this window open over here.
I was wondering where I might be able to find you, and here you are.
Miss me?
Yes, indeed. I believe Klee has missed you tremendously.
Yeah, Klee.
Alright, as much as I'd like to sit and chat with you, this time I'm here mainly for Klee. Before bringing Klee here, I told her many stories about Inazuma. It got her very excited to experience the local culture here. However, I've got other things to do in Inazuma this time, besides painting the portraits of the 5 Kasen. Over the next couple of days, I won't have the time to show her around. Inazuma is not like Mondstadt. I can't just let Klee wander off by herself when I'm busy with other things. So I had to have her stay at the International Trade Association while I finish my work. She hasn't complained, but I can tell she's not enjoying being stuck there on her own. Fortunately, I now have you and Paimon. So,
Yay! Miss Honorary Knight's here!
We're here to babysit.
What you talking about, Miss Honorary Knight? Are we gonna go play?
Klee, are you saying that you'd like to go and play?
Yeah! But Albedo is really busy. I can't go too far away or he'll be worried about me.
Aw, Klee, you're such a thoughtful kid.
Unlike Paimon.
Paimon's very thoughtful, thank you very much. Paimon always thinks of you whenever she's eating a delicious slime.
Well, that settles it. You're very thoughtful. Okay, fine. Paimon, you are very thoughtful.
Yeah, that's more like it. Anyway, it is pretty cruel not to let Klee go out when she was so excited to come here.
The bottom half quests aren't main festival story, but are fun parts of the festival with characters that we unlocked, that are unlocked between each part of the main story. Yeah, I mean, it's all something I want to do on stream, regardless. We'll look after Klee.
Yep. Allow the almighty traveler and dependable Paimon to bring Klee on a tour of Inazuma.
Let's take her somewhere interesting. Or let's introduce her to someone interesting.
Klee, do you want to go play with Miss Honorary Knight?
Yay! You bet I do!
As you know, Klee is our Spark Knight. You must keep her safe and sound. By which I mean, try to keep her out of trouble. For instance, if a mountain in Inazuma was to lose one of its peaks, or if there were an explosion somewhere in the city, Klee could very well get in trouble.
Got it. No explosions.
Glad to hear it.
I promise I'll bring you back an awesome souvenir, Mr. Albedo.
Yeah, I'll do the bottom ones one at a time after each one. So part 1 with part 1, part 2 with part 2.
Great. I look forward to it.
There are loads of cool things to do in Inazuma. Try the local cuisine, visit a shrine. What do you want to do, Cleve?
Cuisine? What's that?
You know, food and drink. Hyman just meant we could take you to a local restaurant.
A restaurant? Yay! Snack time!
Got it! Alright, snack time it is! Let's go!
Where the fuck are we going? Oh, I'm not walking there. I ain't walking there.
Wow, something smells so good. I think it's coming from the steaming thingy. Miss Honorary Knight, look at this noodly soup. It's so pretty. There's so many nice things inside.
It's not noodly soup. It's tonkotsu ramen, actually.
Actually?
Oh, so, what are those yellow and red thingies on that plate?
You're kidding, right? Those are tri-flavored skewers.
Okay, kid.
And what about this little yellow cake?
That's an egg roll. They're amazing. Have you really not tried one before?
Wow, tonkotsu ramen, tri-flavored skewers, and egg rolls. They all sound delicious.
They sure are. Guess you're not from around here if you haven't tried any of these before. Let me buy you an egg roll with my allowance so you can get a taste of our Inazuman food.
Oh.
Really? But Master Jean said I shouldn't go taking other people's things.
Also, that's your allowance, right? Taking another kid's allowance just seems kind of wrong.
I'll cook them myself.
Oh, I remember you. You're Yoimiya's friend. How come you know how to make egg rolls?
Egg rolls are a piece of cake for this gal. Why don't you make some for Klee and Iwao?
Sure, and I'll throw in some for you too.
Really? Wow, Paimon is so touched. You're learning. All right, we'll be waiting on those egg rolls.
Mm-hmm. Cooking for the 3 children. 3 delicious egg rolls. Coming right up. Hold up, I need sugar. Well, unless I get lucky. Come on, come on, come on. Give me an extra one, come on. Ah! Ah! Be right back. I really don't care. Give me the menu. Give me the menu! I need sugar. You're gouging me, ma'am. I need sugar and water. Well, I don't want this to happen again, so I'm just gonna make like 20 sugars. And that's gonna take an hour. So I'm not gonna worry about that.
Miss Honorary Knight, what do egg rolls taste like?
They taste like eggs rolled into, you know, that.
Wow, you really can cook them. You're awesome, ma'am.
That'll be 450 mora, please.
It's sweet. So yummy.
Yep, yep. It's delicious. Traveler, you are the best.
Learn my name then.
Yeah, these egg rolls are pretty good, but I still think Yoimiya's are better.
Hmm.
Who is Yoimiya? She makes egg rolls too?
She runs the fireworks shop.
Yoimiya can do anything. She tells stories, keeps goldfish, makes fireworks, and gives us candy too. Yoimiya's pretty much the best and most awesome person ever.
For me, the best, most awesome person in the world is my mom. And Klee knows loads of other great people too, like Mr. Albedo, Miss Honorary Knight, Master Jean, Kaya.
Surely she's not going to name everyone she knows.
Oh, well, I don't know any of those people. But anyways, I still want to introduce you to Yoimiya. If you want, I'll take you to find her.
Me and Cleet explode thing together. Yes, Bomb Girl and Firework Girl.
In most festivals, Yoimiya's so busy that you can never find her. But this festival's different. She has free time, so she can play with us. She seems like she hasn't been in a great mood recently, but maybe seeing you will cheer her up.
Okay, let's go play with Yoimiya.
Sorry. Cap!
Yoimiya, don't be sad. Oh, I know. Let me tell you something that'll cheer you up. Yesterday, I won 3 beetle fights in a row against that guy with the horns on his head.
Wow, Matsuzaka. Nice work. It's not easy to beat Ito.
Sure.
Don't worry, Yoimiya. Maybe you can't light fireworks during the Iridori Festival, but there are still lots of other fun things to do.
But she's not allowed to use fireworks?
I know. Thanks, you guys. It's just that fireworks are banned in the city for a few days. I'm not that upset, really.
Yoimiya, it's me! I want to introduce you to a new friend, an Outlander girl. I just met her. Wait, what's your name again?
Klee! My name is Klee.
Nice to meet you, Klee. I'm Yoimiya, and I run Naganahara Fireworks.
Hello.
I love the cute outfit, with the hat and the cool little symbols. So unique. And your backpack, wow, it's really well made.
That's a 4-leaf clover. Mom and Master Jean said it can bring me good luck.
Really? That's awesome! I bet everyone would love one of those. Also, that little fairy on your backpack is super cute, too.
That's Dodoko, my best friend. We always go fish blasting together in Starfell Lake.
Fish blasting.
Oh, Dodoko? What an interesting name. I really like it.
Yep. My mom says that when a Dodoko is born, it rides the wind and goes off on a big adventure.
Ride the wind and go off on a big adventure? Klee, your mom sounds like a very cool person.
Yep, my mom is the best and most awesome person ever. And Yoimiya, Iwao was right. You're a really cool person too.
Thanks, Klee. I feel like we really get each other. We'll be great friends, I'm sure of it.
It's so heartwarming watching these two chat away.
Hey, Klee! Since you like 4-leaf clover so much, why don't I make a firework with a 4-leaf clover pattern and set it off for you?
Yeah! And after the fireworks, we can go fish blasting with Dodoko.
Hold on a second. Fish blasting? No way. Albedo was pretty clear about that.
No explosions allowed.
Oh, oops. I got so excited
excited that I completely forgot about that. The folks from the Yashiro Commission specifically warned me that no fireworks are allowed in Inazuma during the Iridori Festival.
What? It's not allowed? But... Aww. Okay, then.
Hey, come on! You just made a new friend! This is a happy occasion. Why are you suddenly so upset?
Don't be sad.
Yeah, we still have loads of things we can do.
Don't be sad, Forehead. Let's go check out the Iridori Festival.
Right, just like Saika said. There are lots of fun things to do.
What do you say, Klee? Sounds like the Iridori Festival could be a real blast.
Okay, then. Let's go!
A blast.
I still don't get why Yoimiya is upset. Dummy, Yoimiya is upset because she can't set off fireworks for everyone during the Iridori Festival.
Quake!
Hold that. Just feel better. Just feel better, lol. Hello? Good day, you two. Are you interested in the art of Ikebana? I might be. At some point. Well then, you can come down here in a few days to try Ikebana out for yourself. Perhaps you too will be charmed by this art. Oh, these are some nice stairs. They're very cushiony.
Here we are, the venue of
Whoa.
the Iridori Festival. Look at all these stalls. It looks super fun, doesn't it?
Can I replicate? Can I replicate that? I got like launched. Shit. I'm gonna try like one more time. Ah, whatever. It's fine. I don't even care.
Outlander Brigade. When the wind of death blew towards the blonde samurai? Oh, what a long name. Must be a new one. I've never heard of it.
By Kawabunga Iki. Yoimiya, this is a really strange name.
Cowabunga Icky.
Who's this Cowabunga? It's pronounced Kayabuki Ike.
Okay.
That would be me.
Hello. My name's Cowabunga Ike.
Outlander Brigade is a new series of mine, and When the Wind of Death Blew Towards the Blonde Samurai is the first volume.
Outlander's Brigade? Is it a story about the best of friends? Kaya says that every good story has to have best friends in it.
Absolutely not. I would never allow such cliches in one of my novels.
Wow, why don't you just shout at this kid that no friends allowed?
This is a book about betrayal, blood, and tears. A long and lonely struggle. A stubborn samurai's path to the truth. This is the kind of story that needs to be told.
Okay.
Oh, is that right? Well, I'm not sure that's a very, suitable story for Klee. We might keep looking around.
This is blood and guts and sex and shit. And you don't know what you want.
Hey, miss, don't go. Are you sure you don't want a copy? I'll give you 40% off.
Nah.
Flowers for Princess Fischl.
Oh.
Look! It's Fischl's story!
That's right! Flowers for Princess Fischl. Have you read this book before, Klee?
No, we've met. Fischl.
Nope, but I know Fischl's story. Fischl always hangs out with Oz. Everyone in the Adventurers Guild knows. It's just like how me and Todoko are always together. I wonder if Todoko is getting bored now.
Oh, Klee, I'm afraid it can't be helped. There are a lot of flammable items at the festival, and we have to be careful not to start a fire.
Darn. It seems like even the Iridori Festival can't cheer Klee and you and me up.
What if we go to a beach on the opposite side of the island and just blow the shit up? Blow the shit out of the beach.
There must be plenty of things you can do with Dodoko besides lighting fireworks and going fish blasting.
Yeah, like,
Like writing a story.
Wait, so that's what you're suggesting?
Yeah, the Iridori Festival is the perfect occasion for storytelling.
That's right! The Iridori Festival is a place for putting your work on display. You could show Dodoko's story for everyone here!
Think of it like Dodoko playing with everyone.
Bingo! What do you think of that idea, Klee?
Mr. Albedo taught me how to paint. I can paint the story of Dodoko's adventure in Inazuma.
That's very imaginative. I think it's a great idea. We could even put the finished story on display at the festival.
Yay! Great! Dodoko will be so happy.
Perfect. Okay, so I have some paper, paintbrushes, and paint at the shop. Let's go to the shop and paint your story there.
Yay! Let's go! Let's go!
Yoimiya just got on board super quick. We're just taking care of this child.
Those two can run so fast when they're motivated. We better catch up.
Good God, there's already on the other side of the island. Nice. Yeah, okay. Might get a standard wish by the end of this event. Ooh. Yup.
Klee and I just had a discussion, and we've decided
We're going to bomb the festival.
We're gonna keep the content of the story a secret from you guys for now.
Why?
obviously I can't tell you why. Or you'll see. Don't worry. You can keep exploring the festival while we're busy in the shop. We'll be here when you get back.
Busy in the shop.
Come on, Yoimiya, we should get going. Let's go inside and start painting.
They enter the shop.
Paimon was hoping that we could all paint together. So unfair. Actually, Paimon's got an idea. Come on, let's go around to the windows and take a sneaky peek.
Let's fucking spy on them. Hello, Pika. When the show starts, you'll say, Tokunaga, hurry, show us a good one before I'll show up with a backflip. Wait, isn't that a bit over the top? I think it'll be better if we stick to the original plan. You just scared me from behind and I'll pretend to be shocked. No, that's too simple. Our goal is to become professional comedians. How can we make a name for ourselves if we don't give it all we've got? Even a dog wouldn't laugh at tricks as old as pretending to be scared. Don't you think so, Pika? See? See what exactly? If you come over and scare me, I can make it really funny. I'll show you if you don't believe me. Ah! Pretty funny, right? Well, Pika, you tell him if that's funny. Wagging tail.
I still think we should change it. This part is a bit boring.
You know what? You're boring.
So, what does Dodoko do after getting to Inazuma?
Dodoko goes to eat tri-flavored skewers, tonkatsu ramen, and egg rolls.
Ooh, that sounds great! Is that what you're painting? It looks beautiful! Once you're done painting, let's go get it printed. We'll print a whole bunch of copies and go hand them out at the festival. Although it'll cost a lot more to get it printed. Let me see if I've got enough saved up.
It's okay, Yoimiya. I have some more. Look!
50 more is probably not quite enough. Well, if we don't have enough, we can ask the Traveler for ideas.
Miss Honorary Knight has helped a lot already. I don't want to trouble her. So, I think I should just go fish blasting to earn some mora.
No fish blasting. Paimon and the Traveler said so.
Oh, then we've got no choice. We'll have to go see Mr. Albedo.
Who's Mr. Albedo?
He's my older brother. He's super duper smart. He can do anything. And he knows how to paint, too. He paints Hilly Charles, Kaya, and even Dodoko. That's why he came to Inazuma this time, to do paintings for everyone.
Clay's skilled in the art of redneck fishing. Wow. Automod decided to hold that message. Because redneck? Okay.
Oh, is that right? Then I guess Mr. Albedo must be an artist working with the iPublishing House.
Interesting. I had to approve that message.
An artist? Oh, that means he has 2 jobs. One as an alchemist, teaching Sucrose alchemy, and the other as an artist, doing paintings for people. Yoimiya, let me show you something. Mr. Albedo taught me you can paint Dodoko's color like this.
Didn't realize redneck had to be approved. Yeah, it's weird. I didn't add it to any sort of list, so that must be an auto thing? I definitely didn't add it.
Wow, I can see the resemblance. All right, I'll paint the streets, and Klee, you fill in Dodoko's colors.
Gosh, I wouldn't want to hurt their feelings.
Hey, you can even write the story over here to explain what's happening in the painting.
You might be a redneck if you get flagged in Twitch chat. If you get flagged in Twitch chat, you might be a redneck.
Okay.
Isn't that how it goes?
Let's write this.
If you have a racist flag in your garage, you might be a redneck.
Oh.
Shoot! I didn't hear the last part.
Dodoko sure had a lot of fun in Inazuma.
You were listening the whole time.
Those two sound like they really did go on an adventure with Dodoko. They couldn't be happier.
It's been forever since I've seen anything related to that. The fucking blue collar comedy tour. Consume. That was sad.
Now, we have to get Dodoko's story printed. Come on, let's go to the iPublishing House.
Please speak to President Song.
When you go fishing, when you go fishing and you ask how much dynamite for the fish, you might be a redneck. It's about how those jokes go.
Here we are. This is the Yai Publishing House.
Yai's Publishing House. Ooh, it's Auntie Aratani. I know Auntie Aratani.
Do you?
Auntie? Who's that calling me Auntie? Oh, it's the little girl who came with Mr. Calx. How can I help you, little girl?
Auntie Aratani, can you help me get Dodoko's story printed so that everybody can see it?
Dodoko? Oh, so you've been writing a story, huh? Is Dodoko the main character?
Watch Klee's story gets more sales than that dude.
Not only that, Dodoko is also real. Look.
Is this thing?
Huh? I don't quite understand.
We'd better explain this to her.
You explained Dodoko's identity and Klee and Yoimiya's wish to Aratani.
Oh, I see. Oh, I'd love to help you make this wish come true, but I'm sorry. The deadline has passed for accepting printing orders for the Iridori Festival.
Auntie, are you saying Dodoko won't be able to meet everyone after all?
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm sorry, little girl.
Come over here, get your free prints. As long as you're not a child. Get your free prints. No children allowed. Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Oh, Klee, don't be upset. You still have me and the Traveler. We'll think of something.
Yeah, we'll find a way.
Miss Aratani, is there any way at all we can still get this printed? We can pay extra. And if you're short on staff to help with the printing, I can pitch in.
Miss Yoimiya, I understand your sentiment, but I'm afraid it's not as simple as that. We've been printing many people's personal works for this festival, and a lot of the books are already well behind schedule. The printing press is already working overtime to try and catch up. At a time like this, we really can't squeeze any more jobs in.
What do we do? Seems like we might have to give up on this idea.
No, I won't let that happen. I remember this one time when I was little. Pop said he'd take me to the festival, but he was so busy with work that he forgot all about it. I waited and waited and kept wondering when Pops was finally gonna take me there. Eventually, people started coming home from the festival. That night, I cried miserably. To this day, I still remember how sad I felt. I don't want Klee to feel the same way. If we can't get it printed, then we'll just have to find our own way. I can paint. Over the next few days, I'll paint as many as I can. Then we'll take those to the festival.
My. Yoimiya has quite a determined spirit. I like it very much.
It's Miko and Albedo too.
We heard everything.
Oh, Lady Yi.
It's okay, I know. You were just following the rules. Plus, we really are quite behind schedule with the printing. But our mission at Yi Publishing House is to bring dreams and happiness to the masses. It would be a crying shame if we couldn't even help one adorable little girl fulfill her wish. Let me think. Oh, I know. Yoimiya, little girl, you can print your book, but on one condition, okay?
Of course, Lady Guji. Just tell us. Whatever this condition is, I am ready to face it.
Dear me, it's nothing that horrendous. You make it sound like I'm some sort of wicked witch. All I mean is, if you want to get your work printed now, there is only one way. You have to combine it with another print. However, there is only a small amount of space remaining in the book in question. Your book is too big, so you have to reduce it to about half the size to make it fit. Is this a sacrifice that you're willing to make?
Klee, Lady Guji is saying that we can print the book if we shrink it to half the size. Are you okay with that?
Yup, I am. Thanks, Miss Guji lady.
What an adorable little girl. Well, that settles it. Aratani, make sure it gets printed with tonight's batch.
Yes, Lady Yi. I'll get right on it.
Combining the prints is a plausible solution, but it'll cause a lot of extra work for the printing press. I am terribly sorry about that.
No problem. Just think of it as my greeting gift for little Klee. Besides, the Yi Publishing House will need your help with the illustrations again next time, Mr. Calx. You could also consider it as my investment in you, All right, I won't disturb you two any longer. Bye-bye now.
Yay! Everything worked out perfectly. Now, we just need to wait for an update from the Yi Publishing House.
Yoimiya, Traveler. Thank you for keeping Klee so exceptionally well entertained for me.
No worries.
You should spend some time with Klee too, Albedo.
Yes, you're right. Klee is family, after all.
Wait for the fitting to finish 1400 hours. Yai always has some self-interest involved. Yeah. She's like, oh, well, I could do you a favor if you keep that in mind next time. The next day... Fuck off! Oh, nope. Teleport in there. What's the frame rate looking like? Yeah, so for the past couple of streams, I feel like I haven't had to unplug and replug, so I just don't know what the problem has been. That the frame rate's just kind of shot itself.
This honorary night, Auntie Aratani brought us Dodoko's story.
Now we can finally see what secrets Klee and Yoimiya were keeping from us.
Oh, it's really nothing that exciting.
It's the story of Dodoko and me.
And me. And you guys.
You put me in the story? You put me and Paimon in the story? All Dodokos must someday ride the wind and waves and go on an adventure. A gentle and beautiful mother once said that, and just as she predicted, our Dodoko was happy when its best friend Klee said that she was going to the Nation of Lightning for an adventure. Of course, Dodoko loves eating delicious food with Klee at Good Hunter, and loves listening to the bards sing. But Dodoko loves counting the stars in the sky and twisting flowers into garlands together with Klee more. After all Dodokos long to ride the wind and waves on an adventure. To get to Inazuma, one needs to pass through the wild winds, pass over the great waves, and endure the terrifying trials of thunderstorms. But Dodoko did not fear the howling wind, for that was the blessing of the Animo Archon. Dodoko did not worry about the rolling waves either, for it was very brave. As for the booming, crashing thunder, well, calmly facing all challenges that crossed their path is the way of the Dodoko clan. Of course, Dodoko didn't want Klee to have to brave such dangers, but as bestest friends, they were bound to protect each other, and Dodoko didn't want to be apart from Klee anyway. Without Klee, adventurers would be like sweet flowers that could not bloom, lonely and sad things. Even if Dodoko were to cover every inch of Teyvat by land or sea, it would be meaningless. So there was no point hesitating. Dodoko and its best friend Klee were off on an adventure. If they rode on a boat, they wouldn't be able to fly freely in the sky, or swim happily in the sea, and, bomb fish. But they'd have Klee's smile and Albedo's stories, and that was a good trade. There's the illustration. They're going to Inazuma. In Inazuma, the Nation of Lightning, the flowers and grasses are all purple, and the fish and the birds are also purple. Everything is purple. Albedo, what if it was purple? Albedo would probably run out of purple paint trying to paint it all. Unfortunately, he couldn't be around to draw with Klee and Dodoko. Albedo was an adult after all, and sometimes adults have to do adult things. Fortunately, Dodoko still had Klee. Klee would often find happy things to do. As long as Dodoko was with Klee, Dodoko would never be bored. Klee also had lots of friends in Inazuma, like Miss Honorary Knight, Paimon, and Yoimiya. And so they all joined Dodoko for the most fun adventure ever in Inazuma. Hooray for adventure! Miss Honorary Knight took Dodoko up the tall Mount Yogo. When they got to the sacred Sakura, they were so tired from all that climbing that they fell asleep. And when they woke up, everyone had grown wings like a tengu. Klee's wings were red, Yoimiya's were gold, and Miss Honorary Knight's were blue. As for Paimon, Paimon can fly without wings, so Paimon didn't grow any. Everyone opened their wings up, causing a huge gust of wind to roll forth. Shoo! And the Shrine Maiden's hair was all messed up. Oh no, she looked angry. Better run, quick! Ah, adventure truly was fun. But with a growl, Klee's stomach started calling out. Oh no! How could they have forgotten? Eating is an important part of adventuring too. Nom 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 nom. And so everyone ate the onigiri they brought along, and they all had a great time. Dodoko and Paimon finished their share very quickly, and as the very, very full Dodoko looked Klee's smile... Klee's smile. It couldn't help but think. It was probably looked at Klee's smile. It couldn't help but think. There's a misprint, Lady Yae. Frick this shit. Meeting Klee and the others is the most happiest thing that ever happened to Dodoko. Oh yes, if you're reading this, you too surely are part of this big adventure. Adventuring together, laughing together, enjoying good food together. If you experience this together with everyone, you must be their good friend. In which case, you're invited to Yoimiya's fireworks show as well. Oh. While everyone was happily watching the fireworks, Yoimiya said, "As long as our imaginations don't run dry, our minds will be freer than all others." Cleve blurted out, "We'll always be best friends." See, Dodoko was happy to be together with his good friends. And now, you are Dodoko's good friends too, so you too should go on a grand adventure with your friends. By the way, you can buy the Pretty Please Kitsune Guji from the lady here. I can buy the book? This reads like a children's book, yeah.
Paimon's in the story too! This is Paimon's first time featuring in a printed book! Woohoo! Paimon's gonna be famous!
Of course we included Paimon. This is the story of everyone's big happy adventure with Dodoko.
Please buy me a copy.
This story is me and Yoimiya's gift for Miss Honorary Knight.
Lady Yai wanted me to inform you that since this book was printed together with another work, there are many more copies than you may have anticipated. We won't charge you a printing fee, but in exchange, the extra copies of your book will be included as a free gift with purchases of the other book. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
Oh, are you sure? I mean, it's fine by us, but what does the author of the book think?
Actually, the book that yours was printed with is called the Teyvat Travel Guide.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, that's Mommy's book! So, Klee's mother is a writer? Huh.
Klee's mother, Alice, is a renowned adventurer in Teyvat, and the Inazuma edition of her popular Teyvat Travel Guide series is set to be released imminently. Lady Yae has already decided on how to promote it. A joint endeavor by Teyvat's biggest and best mother-daughter adventure duo. It's sure to be a huge hit.
Paimon knew it! Miko would never do anything for free!
A typical move by Lady Yae. It works out well for everybody, doesn't it?
Yep! I'm super happy because my book gets to be released together with Mommy's book. It's like me and Mommy going on an adventure together. Oh, I'm so glad I came. The Irodori Festival is the best!
Get a copy of Let's Go Dodoko. Here's the official Yae Publishing House stall. Come check it out. I'm looking to buy some books. Take your pick. We got all sorts of new books here from the Irodori Festival. Well, we're obviously going to buy a Teyvat Travel Guide, a magazine by the Adventurers Guild. Each issue introduces great sceneries across Teyvat. This issue includes a short traveling diary of Alice, the traveler in Inazuma. Yes, please. Shogun Almighty, reborn as Raiden with unlimited power. A popular light novel in Inazuma which tells the story of a mere mortal suddenly turning into the Raiden Shogun. The story is well received for its novel plot and has inspired many light novelists. Oh, that book. Okay. Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. A popular light novel in Inazuma which tells the story of good-for-nothing Shogun and the good-at-everything Kitsune Guji. The novel is in the same collection as Shogun Almighty, reborn as Raiden with unlimited power, but not by the same author. What they share in common, however, is their popularity. Please, shield your eyes. It's not that type of book. So let's see here. Well, we got books now. So this one is the one we read. Okay. So here's this one. Okay. Shogun Almighty. Reborn as Raiden with unlimited power. Getting fucking body swapped with Raiden Shogun. Such is life. Mom and Dad always tell me to know right from wrong. But the reality is we are always choosing the lesser of two evils. My girlfriend has decided to break up with me. Not only that, but she also got me fired by telling my supervisor that I have a gambling addiction. I only spent $10,000 trying to get Cloud and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I don't have a problem. Funny how I actually don't have much money to burn because I have protection fees to pay. Failure to do so and anything could happen to my parents. My parents, however, think I'm a loser who could neither find a serious job nor save up any mora. That's rather ironic considering who I am doing this for. How is it my fault? If it is, I blame myself for my incompetence to find a way out after all the struggles and also my lack of courage to end it all once and for all. Oh my god. Forget it. Just hand them the money when they arrive. After that, I really need to think about how to earn some mora, or I'll have to have seagrass on the dinner table in the future. Okay, time to choose between the worst and the worst. A falling blade or a flying stone. Which one is less painful? Bzzz. I've been hearing strange noises. What's going on? Is the thunder going to strike? You picked this book during Raiden's story quest and she was weirdly okay with it? Yeah, I picked the harem one, which she was also weirdly okay with. She was like, why not date everyone? I wake up not knowing how long I've been unconscious. All I remember is the sharp pain shooting my body before I passed out. It doesn't feel very painful. What? I scream upon hearing the voice. Is this my voice? So I'm not dreaming. I lift my arm and see pale, soft skin covered in exquisite fabric. This is definitely not my body, but to arrive at this conclusion requires a bold logical leap that my brain isn't ready to make, because it simply doesn't make any sense. I try to stand up to have a better view of my clothes. Every detail is brimming with luxury. The clothes are befitting of the one holding the highest authority. Could it be? Where is that brat? Huh? This is the Raiden Shogun. The very title itself bears weight. Ah, yes. I got reincarnated as the Raiden Shogun. The Kairagi who came to collect debts have already stood in a formation. Although I cannot see their faces, their gesture conveys their level of alertness and also fear. I've never seen them like this. Come on, it's time to take revenge. He trails off. He's scared. Unwilling to act like a coward in front of his underlings, the man can't just run, but he's also aware of the consequences. More people are gathering. 10, 20, 50. Perhaps they think their numbers could make a difference, but the mortal's idea of outnumbering simply does not apply to the Raiden Shogun, the wielder of divine powers. Let me try my blade with you. I take my deep breath, focus my mind, and adopt the fighting stance. My destiny shall be rewritten as after my blade unleashes the slash. Muso. Wait a moment. How do I unleash Muso no Hitotachi? Of course he doesn't know how to do it. Anyway, pretty please, Kitsune Guji. Welcome back, Almighty Shogun, says Yai Misako. Is that the name of her in Honkai Impact? Is that Yai's name in that? Who is kneeling on the ground respectfully. She is dressed in a red-white shrine maiden outfit, her fluffy fox ears twitching slightly. You gotta say the title in a girly voice. Pretty please, Kitsune Guji. Okay. Yeah. Twitching slightly, and beneath them is a face that all looks up to. You are back. I asked you to help patrol territory half a month ago. How's it going then? Oops, I shouldn't ask about work when you just returned. Well, as usual, are you going to have dinner first or take a bath first? Or do you prefer... Oh my god. What? Oh my god, they're doing that thing. It's like, do you want dinner, a bath, or me? Is the, That's the line. What? As usual, you've never greeted me this way when I came back in the past. Hearing my response, the figure dressed in red and white gives a content smile and goes on. I wanted to cheer you up a bit, seeing your tired face. Now I've got to get back to cooking. I made your favorite butter crab today. Yay, butter crab! My favorite butter crab! I, the Raiden Shogun, whose signature line is yay, and whose favorite food is butter crab. Spend most of my time with, basically there are only two kinds of people in my life. Nobodies, and the one with fluffy ears and a teasing voice. Oh my god. This fucking fanfiction. Yai Misako, Guji of the Grand Kaminaru Shrine, descendant of Kitsune lineage, and Eternity's servant and friend. She goes by too many names to remember in the eyes of the people of Inazuma. She's almost as unapproachable and unfathomable as I. So I saw something on Twitter about about, I think it was the Spanish translation of this specific story, and they don't give Yae Miko a different name. They don't, and it's not the Grand Kaminaru Shrine, it's a Grand Kaminari. It's like they just use all the same names. They just say like, nope, this is just like fan fiction. Turn it into a one-off manga. Yeah, I'm sure some people have already started with that. Yet that very Yae Masako is intently watching the butter crab as it is being baked. Yes, simply put, I, the Raiden Shogun, is being looked after by Guje Yae Masako. Before I knew it, I had already gotten used to this way of life. Every time I just randomly swing my sword, she'll enthusiastically clap her hands and say, "Good girl." Every time I look for some snacks to go with Almighty Shogun Almighty, reborn as Raiden with unlimited powder, she can always produce delicious milk tea and cake in no time. She carefully extinguishes every flicker of potential annoyance as if she is maintaining eternity. For me, she is like a kitsune from the legend who grants every wish of mine. Buttercrab is ready. Before enjoying the food, allow me to get back to our previous question about patrolling. Give me one sec. Okay. Masako turns around, setting the steaming hot butter crab on the table. Its scent soon permeating the room, but I can't bring myself to answer her question. To be honest, this is the reason why I'm so down today. Like I said, there are only Masako and other people in my world. All of them, except Masako, would do the same thing upon seeing me. They would bow to the ground in the most respectful manner and address me as Almighty Shogun. When I walk away, they will straighten up with a sigh of relief. It doesn't matter if they're someone's wife, father, boyfriend, or girlfriend. It doesn't matter if they're someone's boss, servant, or hero. They always put on the same face in front of me, one that exhibits the reverence and fear for the Almighty Shogun. Yet none know how I equally fear that very face of theirs. Who wouldn't? Just think about it, thousands of people putting on the same face in your presence? That is why I rely so much on Masako. That is why I couldn't reject her request. Although I can't do it, I will always go out to work as long as she wants me to. To be honest, I don't know how to deal with those identical faces, thousands of them. I don't want to, and I can't. As long as I get to avoid making contact with them, I don't mind being called a loser shogun. But still, although I don't mind that, I can't face Masako's questions. Why are you so quiet, Almighty Shogun? Is it because you did nothing at all after walking out of Tenchukaku and then came back in the evening? There was not a trace of reprimand to be heard in Masako's voice, but that made me even more ashamed when facing her questions. Alright then, rest is also important. I have other matters to attend to, so I'll excuse myself. Enjoy your fill of the crab. Masako turns around and leaves. There was a time when crab and lobster was considered the food of the poor. Yep. So much, in fact, that there was one dish made with crab that is so nasty. Yeah, it's a good thing. I don't care about seafood. Crab and lobster, it's fine. I'm good. These spider creatures. Somehow the butter crab today tasted like nothing. Soon I'll know why. The Almighty Shogun is invincible, but the invincible Almighty Shogun could not be defeated by a cold. Not long after I ate the butter crab, I collapsed into the bed with a severe headache. The pain is nothing, but something more grievous has happened. On any other day, I could just rest my head on Masako's knees and fall asleep to her singing voice. But Masako isn't around today. My chamber feels icy cold, but my forehead feels fiery hot. This time, no one is sitting by my bedside. She has her own matters to attend to. She is not only my kitsune, but also the Guji of the shrine. Maybe she's very mad now, or perhaps she's wondering if it is worthwhile to spend so much effort on a shogun who always has the line "Yay" upon her lips. What is this? With such a question in mind, I fall asleep. I have a dream in which Masako is still wearing her signature smile, a tea bowl in her hand. I brewed this drink called Rainbow Aster. I just went to Rito and bought some calla lilies from the Mondstadt, mixed them with mint, and we have this drink that can cure your cold. Now drink it. Perhaps because I'm dreaming, I don't have the strength to brace myself up. Looks like you can't support yourself. Allow me. She feeds me the Rainbow Aster in a way that I'd never dare to imagine. I wake with a start, my head still reeling from the sheer shock of the scene just now. Misako is probably still mad at me for slacking off. It's just, why does it feel so sweet at the corner of my lips? So that's insinuating that Yae Miko, took a sip and fed her mouth-to-mouth style in a way that I'd never dare to imagine. This is absolutely Yae Miko Raiden Shogun fan fiction. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? It says it's not by the same author as something else. This is just smut. It's absolute smut. All right, there's the Teyvat travel guide. This is hentai. Where is it? Where's the Teyvat travel guide? Okay, I can read it here, I guess. Okay. Ooh, this is lengthy. This is a lot. This is a lot. And this isn't fan fiction. It's Klee's mom having basically having a journal of the different places in Mondstadt and other places. You know what? I'll hold off on this. Maybe I'll have a lore stream at some point, and we can read. Maybe if Alice ever gets introduced as a character. Maybe if she's still alive, I don't know. But if she ever gets introduced as a character, that'd be a good time to read it. Then we can get a face to the name and all that stuff. Let me just double check something. Because we need to do this to unlock that. Okay. Alright, so next one. Well, those books are something else. We had somebody who got spirited and reincarnated as the Raiden Shogun, which is like pure fan fiction. And then another one where Yae Miko and Raiden Shogun are super gay. Super duper gay, and like offering her body maybe as a joke, going like, oh, would you like breakfast or a bath or me?
Hi there.
It's not fanfic, it's isekai.
To participate in the Iridori Festival. We'll be your guides and we'll take you onto the island.
Begone, peasants! Your clothes are pitiful.
Is it Paimon, or have we met somewhere before?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yes, in fact we have. I'm Shu from Feiyun Commerce Guild. Aboard this ship we have calligraphers, painters, and even players of Theater Mechanicus. The inventor of Theater Mechanicus previously came to the Feiyun Commerce Guild seeking investment. Although the guild manager was not interested, Master still wanted to support them. We heard that they'd be demonstrating the game and letting people try Theater Mechanicus at the Iridori Festival. So the guild manager instructed Master and I to take the opportunity to come to Inazuma and investigate the product's potential.
Oh, speaking of which, where's the young master?
Master, he's,
Whoa, there. Sound asleep.
Let's throw a rock at him.
What? Oh. It's the Traveler in Paimon. I presume you're guests in Inazuma as well? It seems fate has destined our paths to cross once again.
Oh, we aren't actually guests. We're actually guides for the Irodori Festival.
How are you doing?
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up in a novel on the voyage here. When I finally realized what time it was, the first rays of dawn were already peeking over the horizon.
You stayed up all night reading.
Yes. Now that we've arrived, the Kanjo Commission will likely wish to inspect our invitation letter. Let's keep it in hand, shall we? Huh? That's odd.
What's wrong?
There was a piece of paper underneath my bag. Strange. I don't recall seeing it there before.
Let me see it.
Ooh, let Paimon have a look.
The 5 Kasen Splendor. Aoi no Okina. Glorious court life was my youth, and my old age a moonlit haze. I had not wished to behave so treacherously, but my very life was threatened. So I sought out my old work and hid them in my clothes. I do not understand the reason behind all that has happened, only that the mysterious person's motives must be perverse. This poem was dedicated to Akihito, who to my great sorrow was banished. Oh no, he has pro-tag hair.
There's no doubt about it. It's from the same series as the story we found before. Even the handwriting looks exactly the same.
Your text! It has the same handwriting as well!
The story you found before?
Oh yeah! In the warehouse down by the... by the poem hunt competition! Yeah, that's it! A friend of ours is on Rito to paint portraits of the 5 Kasen. You know, as part of the Irodori Festival. Poetic stories about the 5 Kasen have been hidden in various places nearby. If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then there's a chance you'll become the model for the next portrait.
Wait a moment. So you mean that...
Paimon, you're so terrible at making up stories.
Hey, it's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
There's a chance of meeting Calx in person?
Haha. He's a fanboy.
Huh? Oh, yeah. You could say that.
Literally never tell her any secret.
Really? That's wonderful! I knew that Calx would attend the Irodori Festival, but convincing my father to let me come to Inazuma was proving to be quite the high hurdle. I had to really rack my mind to come up with the excuse of evaluating the investment value of Theater Mechanicus. Just a few days later, word then came that Calx would be busy painting portraits of the 5 Kasen during the festival. It is a most rare opportunity for both Calx and I to be in Inazuma together, but it seemed he would be too busy with the portraits to meet with me. So, I felt quite disappointed for some time now.
Don't worry, Shincho. Even though Calx has work to do, he still has time to see friends. We can take you to see him right now. Also, we heard that Calx did illustrations for your A Legend of Sword novel.
Ah, so you've already heard. To be honest, my works have drawn little interest in Liyue. However, the novels are selling quite well in Inazuma with the help of Calx's beautiful illustrations. Calx is not only a skilled artist, but he also carries out his craft with great alacrity. I heard that it took him merely a few hours to finish the illustrations for the latest chapter. But when I looked at the art, the brushwork did not even look the slightest bit rushed. His work is truly exquisite. Oh my, I was beginning to get carried away there. Let us depart, quickly now.
Alright, fanboy. Sorry, camera. You just like sat there.
The idea of meeting Albedo managed to draw Shincho's attention and keep the situation under wraps. Let's just hope we don't let anything slip while meeting Albedo.
Also, was Shincho wearing heels? I think I have him, but just as a safer way to check. Yes he is. He does indeed wear heels. Okay. I was wondering if I was seeing that correctly. I'm sorry, what was I getting caught up on here? The one downside about Mona's Dash is that you get caught up on, like, weird geometry every now and again.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you? And who is this accompanying you?
You going out dressed like that? Much better. Yes, Queen Slay.
You must be Calx. It's a great pleasure to finally meet you. I am the author of A Legend of Sword, forgive me. It's rude of me to introduce myself by my pen name when meeting in person. Please, call me Xingqiu.
And you may call me Albedo, then.
No, that would be most improper.
You just set the standard, dude.
Why not? Seeing as we're both friends of the Traveler, it'd be more convenient for us to use our real names. Besides, we've already corresponded with each other many times before. In fact, I feel a bit self-conscious seeing you act so politely.
It's not just you, Albedo. We haven't seen Xingqiu act this awkward before either.
It's a real eye-opener, that's for sure.
You guys, it's certainly not good taste for you two to be teasing me like that. Oh, by the way, we happened to find a story from the poem hunt competition at the docks. I heard that you are collecting them.
Poem hunt competition.
Poem hunt?
You know, that thing where we have to find pieces of paper with stories of the 5 Kassen. Venti found one, and then he was allowed to be a model for one of your portraits.
Huh? Oh, yes, that's right.
You show him the paper.
Oh, I understand the story now. Thank you. It's very helpful.
Splendid. Though, I'm still piecing together the story myself. Would you kindly explain it to me in more detail?
If all of you are free, why don't we discuss this over a meal?
Oh, well, about that.
Do you have other plans, Xingqiu?
No, not at all. Speaking of dining, Shimura's unagi chasuke is quite delicious. Would you like to go there?
Shimura's? Unfortunately, today is a bit windy. How about Uyu Restaurant instead?
That's perfectly fine with me. But I must first unpack my luggage. Let's meet later at Uyu Restaurant.
Okay. Weird details there.
Something didn't quite add up just now.
Huh? No way! Paimon thinks we acted well together. Did we say something we weren't supposed to?
No, Paimon, I'm not referring to us. Traveler, what are your thoughts?
Xingqiu was a little suspicious. He was a little sus, if I say so myself.
Huh? Xingqiu's suspicious? Hey, what are you two talking about?
Paimon, you read the poem, right? Although it may seem confusing to Xingqiu on its own, what if we read it together with a previous poem we found?
Read them together? Let's see. Suiko lost Aoi no Okina's poem in a drunken stupor. So, Aoi no Okina recovered the poem and gave it to some mysterious person. Huh? Wait a minute. Could today's story be hinting that the one who stole the latest copies of A Legend of Sword is Xingqiu himself? No way! That can't be right! Xingqiu only arrived in Inazuma this morning!
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Xingqiu had only just arrived in Inazuma, how could he recommend Shimura's Chasuke? Moreover, he didn't raise any questions when I suggested another place because of the windy weather. This means he knows that Shimura's is an open-air restaurant.
Are you saying that Xingqiu has already been in Inazuma for some time, and that he's only pretending he just arrived?
Yes, that is indeed my conclusion.
But how could Xingqiu be the book thief? His mission is to fight for justice, isn't it? There's no way he'd do something against his own ideals.
Calm down, Paimon. Even though this is the first time I've met Xingqiu in person, we've communicated via letters for some time now. I do have some understanding of his character.
They're saying Singcho and Shingcho. You're going back and forth.
I think there must be some deeper motive at play here. The story also tells us that Aoi no Okina flees with a poem because of a threat.
Oh? Could Shinjo be in danger?
It's difficult to say at this point. But given that Uyu Restaurant is indoors, it'll be easy for us to detect anyone following or eavesdropping on us. I think it should be safe for us to talk there. I'll be relying on your assistance to get to the bottom of this matter.
Got it.
Good. Then let's head to Uyu Restaurant.
Oh wait, this is like really far away. Oops, should do a little hop. No one wears pants like that with those shoes unless they're hiding something. Ah, right, this is the restaurant that Yaemiko ate us out of house and home.
I don't see anyone suspicious around. It seems clear for the moment. Let's go inside and wait for Xingqiu.
Oh, this whole thing's starting to make Paimon a little nervous. What do we do? And what do we talk about when Shinjo gets here?
First, we must ascertain whether Xingqiu was already in Inazuma or not. If we can find evidence of him deceiving us, then we can use it as leverage to persuade him to tell us the truth.
Find contradictions, you say?
Since we're still waiting for him, why don't you go and chat with other guests in the restaurant and see if you can learn anything useful?
Here we go. Let's see here.
The last phase of the Irodori Festival is when they release the all-new publications. The one I'm really looking forward to is A Legend of Sword.
That's right. A signed first edition is going to become quite the collectible. I've got to get my hands on a copy.
I've seen Genyu's signature before. His handwriting is super neat. He must be really diligent about his style.
He'll be there in person on the day of the release, so we'll get a good look at him then. I hear that he's actually pretty young.
Wait a minute. Did you just hear that? Not only will Shinjo be signing novels at the release, but his handwriting is super neat?
There has been so many lively young customers recently.
Shut up! Talk about something else.
Hello there. What can I get for you?
Hi! Do you have any special recommendations today?
Why, of course. I'd personally recommend our freshly caught seafood. It's been pouring these past few days, so the fishing boats haven't been able to sail at all. But the weather finally cleared up today, so we have some fresh catch.
So the weather at sea has been bad these past few days?
It sure has. A few guests from Liyue were just telling me that their boat was heaving and rolling all the way here. They couldn't do anything but sleep the entire trip.
How did he read?
Oh, this might be some useful information.
Welcome to Uyu Restaurant.
Albedo, what should we talk about when Shinjo gets here? Any ideas?
I will try to break the ice by talking about our work on novels and illustrations. If he really is hiding something, then he might feel even more nervous than we do. If we start by talking about our work creating novels, perhaps he will lower his guard.
Oh, come to think of it, Shinjo mentioned that he'd like to thank you for finishing the illustrations on time. He said they looked amazing despite the time you had.
Is that so? That is also a very valuable clue.
Shincho arrives shortly after, and everyone enjoys a leisurely meal.
Inazuman cuisine largely consists of fresh seafood, which is certainly to my liking.
That's good. We were worried you might not have an appetite because you didn't sleep well. Now's our chance. Let's talk to Shincho and see if he says anything useful. Maybe we could start by asking him about the journey.
Talk about the scenery on the journey.
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. The sheer monotony of the trip caused everyone to grow a little impatient. So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we approached the islands of Inazuma, everyone crowded the deck to have a look. However, the ship sailed along at a crawling pace. It took a whole day from the time we saw the mountain peak to the time we docked.
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious so far.
No, there was something really suspicious.
Oh, right! If it took an entire day to reach the docks, then it would have been pouring rain at the time they saw the top of the mountain.
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence. Let's discuss creating novels with Shincho.
Let's talk about Albedo's illustrations.
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to express my sincerest gratitude for providing the illustrations in my novel. My novel didn't sell well in Liyue, so I must admit that I had some reservations regarding its potential. Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations. This made me feel as though what I was trying to express could be understood after all.
Thank you. However, I took some risks in the illustrations, so I'm feeling slightly uneasy myself.
Albedo looks fucking zonked. His eyes look red. You getting high off egg rolls, my dude? What's in those egg rolls, my bro?
Light novel illustrations are typically centered around the characters, but this time, I adopted a different approach in the illustration for the last chapter.
Well, that scene was intended to depict the change in the world, so I thought it very fitting to draw only scenery.
Doesn't sound like anything suspicious has come up so far.
No, there was a crack in his alibi. My illustrations were sent for printing the moment they arrived in Inazuma. So, logically speaking, there's no way he could possibly know what the illustrations look like. Shincho, we have something very important to ask you now.
Oh? Why the solemn looks all of a sudden?
Shincho, what's with the facade?
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days. So when you said that everyone came running to the deck to see Mount Yogo, that couldn't have happened!
On top of that, the latest installment of A Legend of Sword will only be revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received a sample copy. If that's the case, how could you know what my illustrations look like?
Well...
The jig's up, Shincho. You were already in Inazuma before today, weren't you? Are you in some kind of danger but can't tell us the truth? Don't worry. The Traveler and Albedo are no pushovers. We can help you.
No, please. You misunderstand me. I suppose my lack of sleep is inevitably taking its toll on my mind. I didn't notice for a moment that you were testing me at all. I did in fact come to Inazuma early to handle some things. Let me consider how to explain this. Oh, this is most embarrassing.
Oh, well, if this isn't a coincidence, I didn't expect to see everyone here.
Huh? Tone-deaf bard, what are you doing here?
I heard that the owner of this establishment has some fine-aged wines. I didn't want to miss the opportunity to taste them.
Paimon knew you couldn't possibly be up to anything good.
Says who? In fact, I come as the bearer of good tidings. I just bumped into Kujo Sara a moment ago. She said that the Tenryou Commission has apprehended the criminal who stole all those copies of A Legend of Sword. You needn't worry about it any longer.
Huh? The criminal who stole A Legend of Sword?
Did I say something I shouldn't have?
Oh no. The person they apprehended. Was it by chance an editor named Onodera?
Apologies, Kujo-Sara didn't mention a name. But I saw her taking someone toward Hanamizaka.
Paimon hates Venti so much. Yeah, she really does.
Everyone, it's too late to explain. We must make haste and rescue Onodera.
Dude jacked his own books, and now that somebody's getting in trouble for him for it, he's wanting to go stop it. Neighbors decided to start banging around. It's very nice of them. You'd think we were like in an old Victorian house with all the creaking and stomping and bowling balls upstairs. Not so fast!
Please, wait. Onodera is innocent.
Oh, so you must be the author of A Legend of Sword. I didn't expect to see others tagging along with you.
Anyway, you mustn't take him away. I can explain everything.
No need to worry, Zhenyu. I've just explained everything to Madame Kujo, and Kuroda has testified for me.
Yes. In fact, we were just getting ready to leave.
Oh, phew. What a relief. Wait a minute. Does everyone else here already know?
Well, to be precise, we had dispatched 2 additional squads here, in order to prevent the suspect from escaping.
Shinjo looks pretty flustered. What exactly is going on here?
I bet it has something to do with his signature.
Though it's most embarrassing, it appears quite a few people are aware of the situation now. There's no use keeping it a secret. In the end, I'm the one responsible for this whole predicament.
No, Zhenyu. It's only appropriate that I take responsibility for this. Everyone, please let me explain. For the Irodori Festival, I recommended the idea of selling newly released novels signed by the authors. Not only was this the first major project I was in charge of since joining the Yae publishing house, but Lady Yae also gave me a lot of support. However, I did not discuss our plans with the authors in advance. As a result, it caused a great deal of trouble for Zhenyu.
Yes, to be frank, calligraphy is not my strong point, so signing events are really not my forte.
Even though such an event will be difficult for Zhenyu, after telling him how important the plans were to me, he immediately boarded a ship to Inazuma to come up with a solution. So these past few days, Zhenyu has been actively practicing his handwriting. However, it takes time to sign each book, and we realized the time we reserved for the signing was not nearly enough. So I came up with the idea of moving the new books from the warehouse to my place. That way, Zhenyu could use these few days to sign them all. I thought everything would work out without a hitch. I never expected that someone would immediately realize that the books were missing from the warehouse. To make things worse, I was on vacation and staying with Zhenyu in my house these past few days. I had no idea that the situation had turned into such a huge mess. All of this happened because I wanted to prove myself through this event.
Onodera, I agreed to your proposal because I didn't want the readers to know of my unsightly handwriting. Also, I knew that Onodera had been misled by one of my prior signatures. At a previous event, the Yae publishing house had requested autographs of authors so that they could be put on display. I practiced tirelessly for an entire day to finally deliver a stylish and elegant signature for the event. But looking back on it now, I had dug myself into a hole by delivering that nice signature for the sake of my pride.
Hey, come on, you two. Loosen up a little. The theft was nothing more than a simple misunderstanding. Besides, everyone has something they do not wish others to see.
Yeah, that's right. All that matters is that Shinjo and his books are okay.
Onodera, I think you should explain the truth regarding the stolen books to the rest of the people on Rito.
Yes, I understand. I'll apologize to everyone.
we should probably be heading back to Rito as well. Let's tag along.
Nope. Teleport in there. At least in the Victorian house, there would have been a possibility of a cranky old ghost who wants company and the place clean. You gotta clean this house. It's so unsightly.
Onodera, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be on leave these few days?
I'm very sorry for all the trouble that I've caused.
Yes, Onodera, but why didn't you tell everyone earlier? If you had told us, we could have thought of some ways to help you.
That's right. We're a team, and we should be helping each other in tough situations like this.
Let's leave the past behind us now. Our first priority is to help Genyu with his signatures. How is your progress so far?
My progress is not what I had hoped for. Even after working through the night these past few days, I've only finished perhaps 1/10 of the signatures.
Oh, no wonder Shincho looked so sleepy today.
I understand. Murata, go back to Yae Publishing House and get Aratani to book a room on the second floor of the Uyu restaurant. We'll be using it for Genyu's emergency calligraphy lessons.
Yes, Mr. Hirayama. It just so happens that my brother is a calligrapher. Should I ask him to lend his assistance as well?
Yes, good idea. Ah, you've just reminded me. 2 calligraphers from Liyue arrived today. We've worked with them before, so I'll go and ask them to help out too.
It seems I'm really in for it now.
Going back to school, kid.
No need to worry, Genyu. I'm sure you can do it. Didn't you finish the last chapter of your novel in just 1 week's time?
Yes, but writing novels and learning calligraphy are 2 entirely different skills.
Even though Shincho still has to deal with his handwriting issue, Paimon somehow feels a little relieved now.
I always used to prefer working alone in my workshop, but I've come to realize that solving problems with others also has its merits.
We also owe a special ode of gratitude to the mysterious person who has been leaving important info for us along the way.
Huh? You mean whoever left behind those stories about the 5 Kasen?
Pardon me, but what are you talking about?
Oh, right. We haven't had a chance to explain things to Shincho yet.
You explained all that's happened in the past few days.
I see. It appears that Onodera and I were spotted when we were moving the books. Albedo, may I ask you one thing? Are you able to include me in a portrait as well?
Can you paint me, lol?
Not only do I owe the successful resolution of today's incident to that story, but I also hope that I'll remember this lesson.
No problem. Considering the similarities between the portrait and the events that have taken place, your proposal is very reasonable.
Are you an artist? Can you draw me?
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
You must chill!
Albedo really is something. He finished the portrait of Aoi no Okina in no time at all. Wonder how Shincho's calligraphy training is going at Uyu Restaurant. Hey, do you think whoever left those stories for us could be hiding somewhere nearby?
It's a possibility.
Oh, hello? Mr. Storywriter? Are you here? Could you please help Shincho with something? He's a friend of ours, and the release of his new book is super important to him. Oh, what's that sound?
It's a cat.
It was just a cat. Looks like we can't make them reveal themselves that easily. It's getting late now. But let's go back and get some rest. We still have to go to the docks and wait for another ship tomorrow morning.
Oh, is it? Some fucking rando. Cool. Some fucking rando. It's a fucking rando. I don't care about him. Theater Mechanicus. Hello? Hello there, Irodori Festival goer. Come try your hand at the all-new version of Theater Mechanicus. What's Theater Mechanicus? It's a tabletop game from Leeway, and a very interesting one, too. The original inventor of the game is Miss Ruijin from Leeway, and she gave me the overseas franchising rights to the game, such that I'd be able to distribute it in Inazuma. I've been in correspondence with her about ways in which we might improve Theater Mechanicus. And just as luck would have it, the release of our new rule set can coincide with news that the magnificent Irodori Festival was about to be held. It's going to be held. A short while after I decided to take part in the expedition, I heard that some big shot would be attending to assess the business prospects of Theater Mechanicus. That got me pumped right up. I mean, I hope everything gets to play the best Theater Mechanicus possible. Here's a thought. Do you think the world of Genshin has D&D in the lore? They definitely had D&D references. There was the hide and seek event, which is basically prop hunt. The dude that led the event had this like tabletop looking game, and his name was Gygax. A reference to Mr. Gary Gygax. Stage of Brilliance. Long story short, this is the Theater Mechanicus' latest and greatest playstyle, which draws inspiration from the endgame phase of Leeway chess games. When each new board for Stage of Brilliance opens, there will already be some devices present on the field. Players must analyze the situation and figure out how best to use these devices and carefully ponder stratagems that might be used to achieve victory. The pace of Stage of Brilliance is faster than those of previous versions, all the better to test players' judgment. It'll be a sore test and no mistake. Well, let's have at it then. I hope that the Stage of Brilliance will meet your expectations. Try Theater Mechanicus. During Theater Mechanicus Stage of Brilliance, each stage has its own special stage features. Plan accordingly to these features to achieve a safe victory. Before you enter the stage, you can set up the Wonder Sticks that may be used in the stage. Set up your Wonder Sticks and great aid during the battle. During Theater Mechanicus Stage of Brilliance, each stage will have a certain number of pre-built mechanici. Use these well or perhaps dismantle and set them up elsewhere to help you win more easily. Once you are in a stage, you will gain a certain number of Beneficus points. Oh my god, what the hell is this? Use them to create mechanici at specific locations. Interact with the mechanici you have built to modify or even dismantle them, the latter of which will refund a portion of the point cost. Select some Wondrous Sticks or trigger the stage features for a chance to obtain Beneficus points. Oh my god. When the stage begins, opponents will continuously flow in from various stage directions, and you must use various mechanici to stop them. Defeat different opponents to gain the matching number of points. When the stage ends, you will gain stage score based off the number of points scored from defeated opponents. Note that your characters will not deal any damage to opponents during Theater Mechanicus, nor can they gain elemental energy. So it seems to be a tower defense, which you can't interact with the... Think of Orcs Must Die, except you can't do anything personally. You can just set up traps. Whither the wind winds. Stir, okay. Wait a minute, what's, enter the Horde. So there's like a Horde version of these things? Oh, this is a lot. Sure, higher range. Dust Devil pulls in enemies, okay. Movement speed opponents pushed back by Arcane Mechanicus banishment for what the fuck? Decreases, gotcha. Okay. take that. Further away, I like that. Okay. What's attack speed? Alright, armory? Ah, I see, it just tells you what's in here. Look at all these sticks. Knocks enemy backs. Wait a minute. So that it will continuously pull in enemies it is facing. So it does the opposite, is what I have it set up to do. So this one will pull them in. And what was the other one I had? It would push them back. Was it ice? Was it water? This one, Arcane Mechanicus, lowers speed. Okay, so this one I want to lower speed, and this one I want to pull back. Okay. I guess we'll start. Does it matter? If enemies flinch easy, like with attacks like, say, slimes or abyss mages without shields, you can send them off the stage to kill them. Interesting. So they're going to be all heading this way. Okay, I want the one that slows speed. And I want the one that pulls. And then I'll put an attacking one. Okay. Rotate. Okay. And let's rotate this as well. So this will slow the speed, and this will push him back, and this will fire at him from the whole time. Ah! Close Adeptus Bridge. Okay, so can I just get started here? Oh, right. Let's see if this works how I wanted it to. Not really.
Adventure time.
crumble.
That blows. Not doing what I wanted it to do. So it's immune to being pulled back. When I actually hit them? I don't think you have enough of Mechanicus things up. Oh, I guess there's places I could... Jesus fucking Christ! It'll be fine.
Off we go. Yeah.
Hmm. What if I do this?
Illusion shattered.
Right.
Delve into destiny.
Oh, I can fuck with your shield, though.
Gather.
Well, this isn't good. Yeah, I'm just gonna give up on this. I didn't understand what that pulling and pushing thing was not working nearly as good as I would. Could you please? Okay. Let me try with different power-ups. No. No. Well, shit. Whatever. Are you really about to start fucking saying something about osmanthus wine, my dude? Okay.
Stabilize.
There is no escape.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered. Shadows of fate.
Solidify.
Get out of here! Take cover! Get out of here!
Gather.
Let me scry. Shine down. Delve into.
Get out of here! Out of the way!
Illusion shattered.
Take cover!
Off we go.
Gather.
Shine down.
Oh, come on.
There is no escape.
Solidify.
Get out of here.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered. Adventure time. Off we go. There is no escape.
Get out of here!
Might as well.
Illusion shattered. Let me scry.
Well, it seems the setup we have now is pretty good. Not gonna risk it. Bye-bye. Nope. How's this long? How long does this go on for? Oh, gotcha. Okay. None got through. Perfect victory. Okay. Well, that was a little different from the first time. These things don't know the flight speed of a swallow. African or European? Yeah, try Theater Mechanicus. You can obtain a huge number of Beneficus points when defeating opponents by dropping them. Increases opponent's HP, decreases initial Beneficus points, and increases the number of points you can use to select sticks. So this is hard mode. You know what? This will be something I do off stream. That's cool and all, but it's tower defense. Seems to be what it is. And these seem to be... Yes, these are all related to that, so... Okay, that'll be something else I do... that'll be something I do off stream then. So what's this? About that time we saved the Tanuki photo board. Okay, so we'll do this one and then we'll stop the stream. Get halfway through this event.
So many complaints. What should I do?
Need any help?
Ah, are you the traveler who my superior said would come and help us out? You came at the perfect time. We're facing a small problem here. As you know, the Iridori Festival is underway. In addition to all the things on sale, there's a lot of free entertainment programs available. But today, we received numerous complaints that a group of people have been hogging the Tanuki photo board. They won't leave so no one else gets to use it. What a headache.
Can't you drive them away?
Well, we tried talking to them, but the original point of these entertainment facilities was to let people freely enjoy the festival. So in principle, it's open to everyone. And there's no time limit on usage. This means that as long as they haven't done anything technically illegal, even if they keep hogging it, there is nothing we can do. So, can you try negotiating with them for us? If these complaints can't be resolved and Madame Cujo finds out, I'll lose my bonus this month for sure.
Hogging a photo board, huh? We know who would do something like that. Should we go and have a look?
Thank you so much. You'll find them by the Tanuki photo board just east of the square.
Let me check the frame rate. Seems fine.
Well, if it isn't Arataki Ito and his gang.
Oh boy.
And I knew it was gonna be them. Let's go and see what all this is about.
They're hogging the Tanuki photo board. Oh boy.
Hey, hey, traveler, Paimon, what's happening?
Out of jail already?
Oh, you came here for the Iridori Festival too? Oh, see, I knew it! Great minds think alike, huh?
You're such a child. We're here to take care of a little problem.
Yo, right. Yeah, well, who's got a problem? The Arataki gang considers it our born duty to help those in need.
You were the problem.
Wait, huh?
The Commission said you guys have been hogging the photo board and nobody else has had a chance to use it.
Oh, well, no, we haven't.
They've received quite a few complaints.
It's kind of a long story. Hey, Mamoru, you're up. Explain the situation to these good people.
Don't click at me.
Yes, boss.
Yes, boss.
The story starts 2 months ago, when we first found out about the Iridori Festival. As everyone knows, this is a festival all about showcasing culture, with books on all kinds of topics on display and for sale. Our boss is very forward-thinking. He thought we should seize this golden opportunity to publish some material introducing the Arataki Gang and help craft a glorious public image.
He also said we can make some money out of it to support ourselves.
Well, that wasn't the main reason, obviously.
Of course that was your main reason.
At first, we had plenty of time. In 2 months, boss planned to write 60 pages.
But 1 month in, and he'd written a grand total of 1 line.
Well, I mean, come on, you gotta make sure the quality is up to scratch.
More like worst procrastinator ever.
So we cut some of the planned content, and figured it would still be fine if we could put out 20 pages in the next month.
But the day after that, the boss got a hold of this card game called Genius Invocation TCG. Everyone loved it!
It felt like we only played a few rounds, but before we knew it, half a month had gone by. I'm telling you, this game, it's pretty incredible.
A card game?
I was just gathering inspiration for my writing. What?
Sure you were. Inspiration that has absolutely nothing to do with what you were writing about.
Oh boy.
So then we only had 2 weeks left. No way was that going to be enough time to publish a book. Boss said we should just make a colorful flyer instead. That way we'd only need to think of a slogan.
That makes more sense. It shouldn't take too long to think of a slogan, right?
Yeah, it didn't take long at all. We came up with 30 slogans between us in just half a day.
But 30 was too many, and we couldn't agree with each other on which one to use. It took us a week to make the final decision.
That was when we realized we'd have to pay an expensive express fee for the printing, because there was so little time left.
And we couldn't afford it.
You gotta take it slow if you want to do something well. Pay an express fee and they're gonna do a rush job, and then there's gonna be all sorts of problems. The Arataki Gang only puts out the very best into the world, and that is why I decided to give up on that project.
Sure.
That, yep, well said. You gotta do what keeps you happy. Same goes for humans and Oni alike. And it's not every day that you get to go to an Iridori festival, right? So priority number 1 right now is enjoying ourselves to the max.
The max.
And the way you chose to enjoy yourselves was to commandeer a novelty photo board?
So at first, boss brought us here to buy some drinks. He said there was some sort of Iridori Festival limited edition soft drink available.
That's right. This ain't no ordinary drink either. It's a special edition joint creation of Sailing Breeze and Yai Publishing House, as featured in the popular novel Pretty Please Kitsune Guji.
Pretty please, Kitsune Guji.
What?
He likes that novel, huh?
But when we got to the festival, the staff wouldn't let us in because of our unusual outfits. They said we had to show up looking like our normal selves before they'd let us in.
We'd invested a lot of time and money into the way we looked. And then they accused us of spoiling the image of the city.
One thing led to another, and by the time we finally got to Sailing Breeze's booth, all the drinks were sold out. We were pretty disappointed, but there was nothing we could do. Then we saw this photo board on the way back. Boss said we can't let the trip go to waste, so...
So you decided to take over the whole area for your own use?
I beg to differ. It's public property. We didn't commandeer anything. We're just making sure public resources get used to the max.
Yeah, boss is right. We're the ones making the most out of this thing.
Never let a single moment in your life go to waste. That's our policy in the Arataki Gang, and we're out here making sure this photo board gets the most out of its lifespan too.
Oh, brother, what a noble cause.
You could also go buy some books.
But we spent so much money on our appearance. We only had enough left for one of those drinks. We don't have anywhere near enough to buy books.
Well, you can't just take over this photo board for yourselves because it's free and you don't have any money. Other people have the right to use it too.
I guess when you put it like that, I can kind of see where you're coming from.
So come on, let someone else have their turn already.
But you know full well that the Arataki gang has a reputation to uphold. If I say I'm gonna make the most out of this board, then I have to live up to my words. If we just scrap our plan like that, we'd be going against our word. A gang's gotta have integrity, or it does huge damage to your prestige. That being said, we won't have to worry about any of that if we can settle this the Arataki way.
Am I gonna have to get the beans?
The Arataki way, huh? Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
So I, Arataki numero uno Ito, challenge you to an all-out, no-holds-barred, anything-goes duel.
A card game?
If you win, I will leave this board alone.
Wait, do you mean a beetle fight?
Oh, beetle fighting is an awesome idea! Just so happens I caught myself a true beast of an Onikabuto the other day. I call it Demon of Darkness.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, I didn't bring Demon of Darkness with me today, so...
Well, that's a relief.
So, how are we gonna do this duel? Let's think. Yeah, wow, this is a tough nut to crack. Let me think for a second.
Hey, look! Isn't that Toma? Guess he's here for the festival too. Why don't we ask Toma how to do this duel? Paimon bets he'll have tons of ideas.
Eating competition. Beans.
Toma! Toma! Over here!
Hey, Traveler and Paimon.
It's the himbo. With the other himbo.
What a nice surprise meeting you guys here.
What brings you here?
Well, I heard that a certain well-known individual had made an appearance at the festival and taken quite a liking to the Tanuki photo board. Since the Yashiro Commission is the host of this festival, I felt I simply had to come and meet them in person.
There's art of these two.
Red horns. If I'm not mistaken, you must be the esteemed Arataki Ito, leader of the widely renowned Arataki gang. Is that right?
Toma, my bro, your eyes do not deceive you.
Bro?
And you are the housekeeper extraordinaire of the Kamisato clan. You're quite the celebrity yourself, you know.
Well, I'm flattered, Ito. And it's nice to meet you too, bro.
Whoa. There's a serious bromance developing here.
Ah, boy.
I didn't expect to run into both Ito and the Traveler here. Speaking of which, I kind of count as the host here, so is anything wrong? Don't worry, you can tell me anything.
It's all Ito. He wants to...
No, it's no big deal. We were just about to have a duel, and, we're trying to think of what format it should take.
A duel.
Oh, a duel. In that case, I have a suggestion. Since your duel is taking place at the Iridori Festival, why don't you have a volunteering competition? Then you can both do your part for the Iridori Festival while settling your duel at the same time. What do you think?
Volunteering competition? It sounds a little low-key. Not quite hardcore enough for the Arataki gang. I give this idea an interest rating of 2 points. One for the Traveler, one for Toma.
Boss means, 2 points out of 100.
Yeah, this job isn't the most high stakes, that's for sure. It just takes a little patience and responsibility. Also, since it's volunteering, by definition, there's no remuneration. All you'll get is this special edition drink from Sailing Breeze, as a small token of appreciation. On second thought, this is nowhere near enough for the prestigious Arataki gang. I don't know what I was thinking.
Wait a sec. What was that part about the, token of appreciation?
Oh, it's just a special edition drink produced by Yae Publishing House and Sailing Breeze. It's really nothing special.
Boss, that's the one! If we take this gig, we'll get that drink!
Oh, so, Toma, my bro, my guy, my dude. Maybe I didn't explain properly. When I said 2 points, that's out of a total of 2.
If there's one thing the Arataki gang is known for, I kid you not, it's our patience and responsibility. It's an awesome idea, totally hardcore, practically tailor-made just for me. Traveler, let's do this for our duel, huh? It'll be amazing! Whoever volunteers the hardest wins. What do you think?
You didn't seem too interested in it just a second ago.
If you want that drink, just ask Toma.
Hey, this is the mighty Arataki, above all bold-blooded Ito you're talking to here. I'ma say what I mean what I say, might sound mean, but I say it anyway kind of guy. And I say, we're gonna have this duel.
AKA doesn't want people to know he's only doing it for the drinks kind of guy.
If it's decided, then allow me to take the role of your judge.
Oh boy.
The volunteer work is simple. You just need to give your help to people who need it during the festival. I will assign some job requests that I've already received to you.
Everyone's thirsting for Guy merchandise. Yeah.
If you're ready, we can begin.
Okay, our first job is to help a busy vendor. His stand is just nearby.
Are you the volunteers? Perfect timing. As you can see, there's a lot of dust and dead leaves around my stand. I've just been so busy with my customers these past few days. I keep meaning to sweep up, but I just haven't found a spare moment. Can you help me clean up the place, please? Thank you so much.
Shadows of Fate.
Sorry, do I have to use Animo?
Oh, how exciting!
I'm sorry, Noel.
I want to help.
Please, get in line over here.
Animal test 63.
You didn't have the blue over you.
You're finished already? Wow, you work hard. You're wonderful people, all you volunteers.
There was
Thank you so much.
There's a daily quest that was in Leeway where you had to clean muck off of a ship, and you could use Animo or Hydro. So that's why I was thinking, like, oh, I guess you could use either one, but I guess, yeah, it's just Animo for this.
Let's see. Our next job is to help a visitor.
Hey, miss! Come and help me!
Hey, Kujirai! Fancy meeting you here at the festival. But we don't have time to play games with you right now.
I'm not playing games. I'm in trouble. I heard they were selling a new kind of tamari at the festival, so I came to check it out. But I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I went and lost my current one. It's gotta be nearby. I still had it a moment ago. Can you help me, miss?
So basically, every time we run into you, we have to go tamari hunting.
Great! Now I can play the tamari game again. Thanks, miss.
Okay, one last job.
Ito seems to have finished all his work. Time to...
We'll move some goods at the port. Let's go.
Did Ito win? Did I lose? You think you're supposed to? I don't know, I could have gone faster. It's hard to say.
Are you the festival volunteers? Great. I was just wondering what to do about these goods. It's been really busy lately and all the workers at the port are swamped. But I have to get all this fresh soy milk delivered to the warehouse as soon as possible. It'll go bad if it's left outside too long. Can you please help me take it to the warehouse? My coworker Takeuchi will be waiting for you there. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You must be the volunteers here to save the day. You must be tired. Put down the goods and have a rest. I heard the Yashiro Commission has arranged for Sailing Breeze to prepare some special drinks for the volunteers as a way of saying thank you. Soy milk is actually one of the ingredients for the drink.
Oh
It's
no.
freshly made every day.
Soy milk?
In fact, the last batch of soy milk we processed has just been sent over. You'll get to try it very soon.
Soy milk for the Oni. Made from soybeans?
What? So Sailing Breeze's special drink has soy milk in it? Ito won't be able to drink that! Hurry! We've got to get to Sailing Breeze before he does!
What took you so long? I've been here ages. Completed my tasks a long time ago. So there you have it. When volunteering is the name of the game, no one volunteers harder than Arataki Ito. You lose, I win, and to the victor go the special edition spoils. Behold, the Drink of Champions, created by Sailing Breeze in collaboration with Yai Publishing House, and as featured in the popular work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji?
Pretty please, Kitsune Guji.
All this talk's making me thirsty. Don't mind if I do. Drink of Champions, it's time to come home.
Wait, there are beans! Glug glug. Ah, Ito drowns the drink in one go.
Woo! That's the good stuff. That was a mighty fine drink. Although, maybe it was past its prime.
Boss, they said they think there might be, beans in the drink.
Huh?
A mighty figure falls to the ground.
The boss is down! The boss is down! Quick, get him to a doctor!
What's wrong? Can't Arataki Ito drink soy products?
He's allergic to beans!
Oh, my goodness. Okay, quick, grab Ito and follow me. I'll get a doctor. I sure hope it's not too serious.
He drank that.
I'm sorry. I didn't even consider this possibility. It was all my fault. Leave Ito to me. I'll make sure he stands again. Don't worry. I'll see you later.
So, your friend is allergic to beans. It's a very rare condition, though I have heard about it. I'm so sorry that our drink caused such a problem. I feel terrible.
Poor Ito.
If you don't mind, please, take this. This is a special drink formula with no soy milk. I could see that your friend enjoyed this drink a lot. Although it tastes slightly different without the soy milk, I'm sure this version will be more suitable for your friend. Please accept it, along with our sincere apologies.
So we got a recipe? I've come up with a new recipe. Let's see here. There's no cooking pot here. Good God. Let's see what kind of recipe this is, what it includes. Stop. Well, there it is, the rainbow aster. Milk, lavender melon, calla lily, and mint. Decreases stamina depleted by gliding and sprinting for all party members for 900 seconds. Okay. Gliding and sprinting, but not climbing. You know, probably, maybe use it on one day. Probably use it one day, maybe.
I won't hold you back.
Okay, so we've done the first two, so I think for the next stream we can do the last two of both of these. Off stream I can do the tower defense thing, because I think you get the gist of it. You set up towers, you defend. It's interesting. I like the mechanics of it. I'm wondering what the hard mode is like. You gonna DM me a video of the event shown on stream?
See?
Let me, Holy shit.
And bedrock can be turned to dust.
Holy fuck. I killed Zhongli because I got flubbed on the controls. I paused and I tried to, like, hit A to glide. Oh my god. Fucking... Hang on, now we gotta fucking waste time now. Give me a sec. Go to the map. Well.
Shine down! Get out of here! Let me scry! Get out of here!
I need this.
I see your power. Solidify!
Delve into destiny!
I will have order. Gather.
I'm going in! There is no escape!
Thanks for the radish. Yeah, I didn't want to spend 40,000 of my Statue of the Seven to heal him, so now we can do what we were gonna do before, which is just fucking go to the map? That's all I wanted to do? I just wanted to go to the fucking map screen? Okay. Because I wanted to get the sound off. It's cool that it's not loading properly now. Guess we'll just open the Twitter video. Twitter fucking blows. That's the reading of that in Japanese. Oh my god. Well, that's it for this stream. Hope you had fun. We're gonna be doing the rest of this next time. I'm not sure. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe the next day. Not sure. It's getting kind of late. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting really hungry, actually. So, hope you had fun. And join us for the end of the festival on the next stream. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.